Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
He's averaging just a touch under 100 yards a game, and then you look at him throwing the ball, he's right around 93 a game, but everything goes through him because the defense has given them such short fields that his numbers aren't more gaudy than they are.
We welcome in those on the OH report. Adam Thompson, our engineer in the booth. Glad to have you. WMAN tonight teaming up with our friends at the OH report to bring you live high school playoff football state semifinal. A little more about Indian Hill. You mentioned Devlin Daniel, the quarterback. He's accounted for 34 touchdowns, better than 2,200 yards. But Evan Riggs has rushed for better than 700 yards on the ground. It's kind of a good 1-2 punch for them.
Yeah, and you also got to throw Jacob Alexander in there as well, 674. So between those three guys, you're looking at roughly 2,500 yards worth of rushing, and that's what they want to do tonight. They want to ground and pound. They want to take the air out of the ball. They want to run the clock, and they want to be efficient on the ground. And it's going to be up to that Shelby defense to try to slow down that great rushing game by Indian Hill.
One more about the Braves. Their defense. They've allowed 88 points all year, 6.7 per game. Evan Riggs leads them on defense. He's got over 100 tackles, 19.5 tackles for loss. That's a defense. The most points they've allowed in a game has been 19.
Well, and to me, that's the matchup of the game, Aaron. It's going to be that Indian Hill defense against that Shelby offense, because Shelby scores 46 a game. They're giving up less than a touchdown, right? And listen, we have it up here on the screen. Indian Hill, they have a master's degree in rushing the football and a minor in passing. But what I'm looking forward to seeing is what we're getting right out of the gate here, right? Indian Hill wins the toss. They defer. That Shelby offense against that great Indian Hill defense.
Well, let's talk about the Shelby Whippets and 7th-year head coach Rob Mahaney. Second time ever in the state semifinals. The other time, my friend, you were there. You were coaching the Whippets in 2017. This team has been so good. It is led by Mr. Football, and he is one of the top nominees in the state. Brayden DeVito, earlier this week, it was announced that offense runs behind number 2, and he is a good one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You look at Brayden DeVito, doesn't get any better than him. And, I put on here as one of my keys, can Brayden DeVito continue his legendary play? He's playing at the highest level you can possibly be at in the state of Ohio. He is a finalist, which will come out next week as far as how that voting goes. But, Brayden DeVito's the straw that stirs the drink, man. He is one heck of a football player. You're talking about a guy that has accounted for over 12,500 passing yards. He's also accounted for over 4,300 rushing yards in his career.
Well, Brayden DeVito, 65 touchdowns this season, nearly 4,200 yards of offense, completing 73% of his passes. Erik, the numbers we just rattled off in 32 of 52 quarters.
Right.
Man, that's Mr. Football.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, I think he and the young man from Indian Valley,
Grady Kinsey.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think they're probably the two of the guys I think they're getting the most consideration. We're going to, like I said, we'll find that out. The big thing is tonight you want to win your football game. You don't care about those individual accolades, but we know for Shelby they're going to go as Brayden DeVito goes. And then we got to talk about, Brady Bowman.
Yep.
Brady Bowman coming in with 76 catches, 1,524 yards, and 23 touchdowns. Stuff of legendary status, right? I mean, you're talking about a guy who's going to be the #1 receiver in the history of the school, and he's only a junior. That's how good he's been, not only this year, but last year as well.
He's got some elite speed. Michael Shepard, 8 touchdown catches at tight end. Carter Kessler, Avery Lambert, Caden Pawson, a big touchdown catch a week ago. They each have 2 scores. Running the ball, Luke Blevins has looked good, better than 400 yards. Gavin Baker, Travis Sloan. There's a lot of guys that can carry the ball.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Obviously, Brayden DeVito gets his yards on the ground through those, those great legs of his. But Shelby also does it by committee. Like you said, Blevins coming in with 415, Gavin Baker with 372, and then Travis Sloan getting those tough yards at 307. But, I've said this so many times, and I'll say it in the opening. I really, really like Luke Blevins, the freshman. He just fits the part, looks the part, and, for me, I like seeing him carry the ball. I'd like to see him get some meaningful snaps tonight at that running back position.
We're just over 4 minutes from kickoff. By the way, the Shelby defense has just gotten better and better all year, allowing just 8.5 points per game. But how about this stat? In the last 9 weeks combined, Shelby's defense has given up a total of 44 points. That's 4.8 per game. We've covered them. I think this is our 9th broadcast. Every time we've saw the Shelby defense, I think they've gotten better and better.
They have, and they continue to play better as a unit. 1 of 11, you say, on the defensive side. They're tasked with slowing down Devlin Daniel. That's the guy. If he goes off tonight, that Shelby defense could be in trouble. But they do have the team play. They have the linebackers. They've got the ends with Shepard and Kessler. And then you look at the linebackers with Sloan and Samsel and that group.
Sam
and obviously,
Gortz,
and Sam Gortz, who's one of the best in the state of Ohio. Everything goes for them with keeping everything in front of them, and they've got to do this here, and they have to stay out of that 3rd and short because, Indian Hill wants to live in 3rd and short so they can continue to run the football.
Well, Indian Hill wants to run the football. You mentioned for Shelby, putting them in 3rd and longs will be key. Shelby just burst onto the field. Red jerseys, gray pants, silver helmet. Indian Hill dressed in the white jerseys, white pants, and red helmet. I believe we're going to have the national anthem here in just a moment. Shelby led by Sam Gortz, 128 tackles on the year, leads him in tackles for loss with 21. Bryce Samsel second on the team in tackles with 117. Travis Sloan 3rd. All these are linebackers. 94 tackles for Travis Sloan. 6 guys have double-digit tackles for loss for Shelby. As a team, the Whippets have 117 TFLs. They have 34 sacks. Defensive end Carter Kessler, Michael Shepard each have 8. They have 29 takeaways, 16 interceptions, and 13 fumble recoveries. We'll now turn it over for the playing of our national anthem and the Shelby Marching Band. Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the low payment kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. The Shelby Whippets averaging 46 points per game, allowing just 8.5. The Indian Hill Braves averaging 41 points per game and just under 7 at 6.7 per game on a cold night about 39 miles north of Dayton. We're here in Sidney, Ohio. And they are the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Nice stadium, built about 20 years ago in 2005, Erik. And gloves, hat,
hey,
we need it all, man. You got the toque out, 25 degrees and a wind chill in the teens.
Hey, wind chill in the team. We don't have a heated box, but you know what? We're out of the elements. Yeah. The wind continues to die down here. That shouldn't be a factor today. It's going to be really perfect conditions. I'm telling you, you get to the end of November, you're after Thanksgiving, you're playing football. This is all about being blessed. Now, here's what you got to do offensively. If you're Shelby, you're going against a great defense, not a good defense, a great defense. They're averaging less than a touchdown a game, right? The most they've given up the entire year is 19 points. How will your offense look against this defense? Because they're ball hawks, Erik. They've got a young man with 8 interceptions, another one with 4 interceptions. So they have a secondary that they play the ball in the air.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find out because Indian Hill won the toss and they have deferred. So the Shelby Whippets will get the football first, and Indian Hill will have it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we will see Drew Sign-In kick it away. He is a junior, back deep for the Shelby Whippets. We saw him a week ago, Branson Reed, take one away, and Branson Reed will field the football at about the 6-yard line, running forward across the 20 and be tripped up and go down at right around the 24-yard line. So Brayden DeVito will lead the troops to the line of scrimmage on the final Friday in November, and for the second time in school history, the Shelby Whippets playing in a state semifinal. Glad to have you tonight. WMAN, Aaron Hines, Erik Will, teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football. Day after Thanksgiving, and the Whippets 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Sidney High School Memorial Stadium, 1st and 10. Whippets, 2 wide receivers wide left. DeVito on the gun with a back to his left. He'll hand him the football. No, they'll throw it left side. Shepard, 25, 30, breaks a tackle and spun out of bounds across the 30, out near the 33. That's about 9 yards. On the throw and catch, DeVito to Shepard. Maybe give him 8. Put him down. Yeah, give him.
No, you got 9.
Okay, give him 9. All right.
Oh, yeah.
9 yards, far side of the field. A nice player. Little screen pass on the first play.
Yeah, and listen, they love that play, especially when they know they're getting man defense. That's kind of an incidental rub route there. And as long as your perimeter guys can hold a little bit of a block, that's going to be a great play. You'll play 2nd and 1 all night, baby.
From their own 33-yard line, 9 seconds in motion. Brady Bowman, they'll hand him the football. Bowman across the 35, 40, near midfield. He'll be tackled into Brave territory at the 49-yard line. They brought him in motion, handed Brady Bowman the football, turned on the Jets, and a Holman Kitchen Supply first down to the Indian Hill 49.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I wanted to see early, right? Because we know Brady Bowman. Listen, I don't care. Brady Bowman's fast. He's not fast in Shelby. He's not just fast in North Central Ohio. He's one of the fastest young men in the state of Ohio, and trying to keep him in front of you is going to be difficult.
11:30 to go, opening quarter. No score. Shelby 1st and 10 from the Braves 49-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. DeVito in the gun, back to his right. Braden back to pass. Right side, throws it up the field. It'll be incomplete. He thought Lambert maybe was going to go a little further up the field. It sailed incomplete across the 30-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, and what he was doing there, he's working to his right, and what he was doing, he was just trying to throw Lambert into the hole. Now, what I like to see is Brayden DeVito needs to settle his feet a little bit more, get his shoulders where he wants to throw it. I thought that was actually more on DeVito than Lambert, but that's okay. They're going to get on the same page here. That's the first, I'd say, neutral play that they've had thus far.
2nd and 10, Shelby from the Indian Hill 49. 11:20 to go, scoreless opening quarter. 2 wide receivers right. DeVito's going to pull it down and run. He'll break out of a tackle to the Brave 45 and tripped up there. Good job, because it would have been more yards to the outside. That was Joey Jernigan, the sophomore linebacker, 6'1", able to trip DeVito up. He'll fall about 4 yards down to the Braves 45-yard line. Shelby 3rd down, 6 yards to go from the Indian Hill 45.
Yeah, and that was a great job, like you said, right up there by Jernigan, because he saved probably what would have eventually been a 15 to 20-yard run. Great tackle there.
3 wide receivers make it 4 left side. side. DeVito in the gun on 3rd and 6. Left side, this is Bowman, 45. Got a crease, 40 to the Indian Hill 30, and he'll be tackled inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. But hang on, do we have a penalty?
Yeah, we got a flag out there, so it depends. They might call a hold out there on the edge. We'll see. And listen, that's a tough play because you're running it to their sidelines. You're going to be hearing their coaches in that side judge's ear.
And what
Yep.
All right, so it is an illegal shift on Shelby.
Yeah.
And so that'll back him up 5 yards. It would have been a Home and Kitchen Supply first down to the Indian Hill 29. Instead, it'll back him up to midfield. It'll be 3rd down and 11 from midfield. 10:42 to go scoreless here in the opening quarter.
And you can see, listen, you know what I love about Coach Mahaney, Coach Helbert, I mean, how great are those guys that, scheming, Brady Bowman the ball. I love it. I want 12 touching the ball as much as possible.
So 3rd down and 11 from midfield. 3 wide receivers left. 10:30 to play opening quarter. We're scoreless. DeVito in the gun. Back to pass. Braden has time. Looking. Nowhere to go. Now he'll throw it. He's got Lambert, and Lambert dropped it. It was a little bit behind him at about the Braves' 45-yard line. Incomplete, and the Whippets will have to punt the football.
Yeah, and that was a good job there. I actually think he had Bowman breaking open late. Now, that ball's thrown behind him, no doubt about it. That's not, you want to lead him. If you lead Lambert there, he easily gets that first down. Now, what you'd like to see from Lambert is help your quarterback out. It did hit your hands, so I would say DeVito didn't put it where he needed to, but as a receiver, the ball hits you in the hands, even bringing you back. You got to catch that ball and help your QB out.
So 10:23 to play here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Shelby, after moving the ball well, but a penalty. They'll have to punt from midfield. Shepard back deep. He'll boot it away. Good punt. It'll sail inside the 10-yard line. Caught it about the 9. Working it right side, and a great tackle on the far side of the field by Shelby. As flying up the field, that was Branson Reed. Made a terrific tackle. It was Dylan Hartman on the return, and I'll tell you what, great punt by Shepard and a terrific play on special teams by Branson Reed. Erik running down the field. They'll tackle him right at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a great job. How about two weeks in a row, Branson Reed's had a heck of a play, right? He had on the special teams side of it, had the long kickoff return last week, and then had a real nice play, get down on there on your kick coverage. That's what you want. Now, here we go. This is going to be the quarterback here that we've been talking about, Daniel. What's Shelby's defense going to look like here?
Devlin Daniel, the quarterback, 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. They will hand the football off, and the back will go across the line of scrimmage as we get some keys, Erik, to victory here as we look at Indian Hill.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and right there, that's that read. So they want to control the clock with the ground game, and then, of course, push that Shelby offense to be one-dimensional. They want to try to take away something from Shelby. That's going to be really difficult to do, as balanced as they are. 184 on the ground, 230 or 242 through the air. You want to try to slow one of those two down to help your defense out.
It was Evan Riggs, the running back, on 2nd and 7. They'll throw the football, and it's going to be batted down. Carter Kessler got a big paw on it and knocks it down. It is incomplete as Devlin Daniel went back to pass. He goes to throw it, and big Carter Kessler got that right paw up there and knocked it down incomplete.
Yeah, you got to understand, once again, Carter Kessler, 6'4", 235. He's got a big mitt. And you listen, that you coach that. The great Larry Johnson at Ohio State always does that. He talks about matching the hand, match the quarterback's hand. And here we go. Shelby's defense, first big 3rd and long here in deep territory.
3rd and 7 from their own 13-yard line. Back to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Daniel threw it to the near side. It's incomplete. He was going for George Vollmer across the 15-yard line. He kind of had to spin back around, Erik, and it was incomplete. You could tell pressure was starting to come. He fired the ball, incomplete at about the 17, 18-yard line, and the Whippets defense will force a 3-and-out, and one would think, as they're going to punt this ball from the edge of the end zone, the Whippets should be in position to have good field position here on this second drive.
Yeah, and right there, so you get a little bit of a sprint out. Good job getting pressure up in his face. And the quarterbacks early on, not on their targets. I'll say that for both sides.
9:33 to go, scoreless opening quarter, 4th and 7. And they'll punt it away from the end zone. It'll hit at about midfield and roll into Shelby territory inside the 45 and roll dead. See where they spot it. It looked 41. Like the 41, and yes, they will. Good punt there, by the way. Their kicker is their punter, and Drew Sinon did a good job punting from around the end zone. and got some help on the turf. The Whippets still have good field position, their own 41-yard line, 9:23 to play opening quarter. We're scoreless.
Now listen, your offense coordinator, your head coach come in with a play script, normally 10 plays. Some go more, some go a little less. Now you've seen what their adjustments are going to be. What's the man look like? What does the zone look like? And now you can really start settling in and calling your offense.
DeVito 1st and 10 from their own 41. He'll hand the football off on a little bit of a reverse here, bringing Bowman around 40, midfield. Bowman into Brave territory at the 40, 35, breaks a tackle down the sideline and knocked out of bounds inside the 30 and around the 25-yard line. Brady Bowman like a sports car flying down the sideline, and the Whippets in business at the Braves 25.
Yeah, it was funny because you thought he handed the ball off to Baker, and here he comes right around, old number 12, Flash himself, running down that sideline like he stole something. Great job there, good creative play call.
And here go the Whippets as they'll run the football with Brayden DeVito. He'll get about a yard down to the 24. So 9:03 to go here in quarter number 1. Whippets, Braves scoreless here in the state semifinal. Again, first quarter, 2nd and 9. Shelby at the Braves 24-yard line tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. Go to mansfield.osu.edu to sign up and be a part of Buckeye Nation. How about going tuition free? DeVito, 2nd and 9. He's going to pull it down and run. Left side will be tackled from behind and right around the 20-yard line. Good job there by the left side of that defense, Erik. He got a few yards up the field, but they closed that quickly. The guy on the stop was Luke Mitchell, the safety. Put him down at the 20, so 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and listen, you're still in a good situation. It's 3rd and medium. You're in plus territory. You're looking at this as 2-down territory.
4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Again, 3rd and 5, Shelby at the Braves 20-yard line. 8:13 to play here in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. DeVito looking to the sideline. Play clock at 10. DeVito in the gun. He's got a back to his right. Braden will call for the football. Clap the hands. Back to pass. He's got some time to throw. He'll throw it up the field. Got a receiver. Diving catch, and he got it.
It's a guy.
Diving catch and around the 6-yard line. Caden Paws with another great catch, and the Whippets have it 1st and goal at the Indian Hills 6-yard line.
I tell you what, there's my Kool-Aid and sugar right there, man. Catching the ball. Little out route there. You're getting a lot of man, so that means you're getting your man beaters. Listen, they have a lot of interceptions, but I'm telling you, they have not played the athletes of a Paz, of a Bowman, and guys, I'm just telling you, they haven't. And so when you come in playing man, you better be really good to run with those two.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Shake the mechanical red zone. DeVito's going to keep it, pull it down inside the 5 and down near the 1-yard line. Brayden DeVito maybe closer to the 2. Let's see where they spot it. He got around the 2, maybe close to the 1. I think they're going to put it on the 2.
Yeah.
So give him 40 yards, and the Whippets have it 2nd and goal again from the Braves 2-yard line. Again, inside that Shakely Mechanical red zone. When things heat up at your house, keep your calm, keep your cool, and call the great people at Shakely Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Ashland. They'll take care of you. 7:05 to go, opening quarter, 2nd and goal. DeVito will run it right side, and he'll be sandwiched and taken down. Just about a yard loss. Coming up to make the stop was Drew Rader. They like this guy on the D-line, Erik. 6'2", 255. He's a senior. Great tackle, number 54 there for the Braves.
Yeah, the center's got to do a better job blocking backside. All he did was he just crossed his face. You can't have it, man. You got to snap and step, man. They need every person firing out, blocking. Can't have missed assignments here. The weakness of Shelby coming in, from my estimation, is they cannot consistently get 5 guys doing the right thing on that offensive line. If they get that, they're going to be tough to beat. It's got to be more consistent. 5 guys in unison.
3rd and goal from the 2. DeVito's going to pull it down and run it. Brayden DeVito is into the end zone. He got a lane off the right side. DeVito goes in from 2 yards out, and the Shelby Whippets punch it in first. They go up 6-0. 6:20 to play, opening quarter.
Hey, listen, they're already above their average, man. Shelby just scored on the 2nd drive, and it's not easy. They're working it, though, but I will say this. The great offensive staff of Shelby, they see a lot of that man. Look for more action from Bowman as well as this game goes on. But listen, did you expect him to slow down old number 2? Not happening, baby. You don't have that in your playbook, man. You just hope.
On for the point after, presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts, supporting local high school athletics. Mill Irons, you'll get top dollar for your used vehicle. Head out and see them, State Route 39, Mill Iron Auto Parts. Here's Everett Harris. The point after kick is on the way. And just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's good. We'll take a break. 6:20 to play, first quarter. Shelby 7, Indian Hill nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
DeVito, 2-yard touchdown run, kickoff by Harris. A short one right side across the 30, fielded there by Indian Hill's Sam Metz, the sophomore. He'll return it for a couple of yards across the 35 and out near the 36-yard line. And so we will see Indian Hill for the second time on offense here tonight after the game against Spitzer Motors, game changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team, all courtesy of the great people who love their high school sports. Spitzer Motors, West 4th Street in Ontario. Shop online, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Spitzer, Kia, anytime at drivespitzer.com. Here we go. Second possession. Indian Hill. They'll hand the football off. They'll fumble at the back. Will pick it up, and he's going to get some yards across the 40 and out near the 45-yard line. Maybe the 46-yard line. He's real close to a first down. It was George Vollmer who lost the football, and just as you would call it, a fortuitous hop. Gets it back, and he'll have a home and kitchen supply first down to the 46-yard line. Boy, that could not have worked out any better for Indian Hill.
Well, that's what you do. You attack the mesh. Remember, you got a running quarterback, so you view everything as a read. Every snap, you're going to have someone accounting for the quarterback. Now, that means your flow, your second-level players have got to get to that jet sweep.
Here we go. First and 10, Braves at their own 46-yard line. 7-0 Shelby, first quarter, 5:50 to play. Hand off to the back. This is Riggs, grabbed and dropped after a short gain, and the guy to get him and the guy to drop him for the Shelby Whippets was Quentin Albert, number 54, the senior on the D-line. Hit him to be a gain of about 2.
Yeah, Quentin Albert's going to be a young man. He's their starting left tackle, right? So what you're doing is with Quentin Albert, you're saying, listen, it's money time, right? We're in the state Final Four. He's too good of a football player. He has to play a little bit more both ways. So, and he's a bigger body, too, and he's pretty darn athletic with that footwork. Remember, he's playing that 3 technique.
Second down, 8, Indian Hill, their own 48, back to pass. Pressure, Devlin's going to roll to the right. Pressure coming. He's going to be grabbed by Oni. Got away from Kessler. Right side, looking up the field. He's running across the 40, 45 midfield, and tracked down by Travis Sloan. Otherwise, it was going to be a big gain. He got a few yards into Shelby territory. You're going to put him down at about the Whippet 46-yard line, but I'll tell you what, he dodged disaster on that play.
Yeah, he did. Good job running that shadow. You know, once again, you'd like to think you have him. He's out there running around, working left and right, working from left to right. Got to make they had 2 opportunities to tackle him for a big loss, and it didn't happen. Got to make that happen instead. 4 to 5 yard pickup there by the old QB. And he's tough, 205 pounds. He's a good runner.
Yeah, third down and 2, Braves at the Whippet 46-yard line. 7-0 Shelby, 5:02 to go. Here in the first quarter, Indian Hill will run the ball. They will have the first down. This is Evan Riggs. They needed 2. He got 3. Plows his way inside the Whippet 45 and down to Shelby's 43-yard line. That is a home and kitchen supply first down. And I'll tell you what, their big plays have came when things have broke down. You had the fumble, and then you had the quarterback right there being able to scramble, Erik. So 2 plays on this drive for the Braves.
Yeah, listen, this is a good football team, right? So, I mean, Shelby, we know this coming in. What did I say? Their recipe is actually small gains, eat that elephant one small play at a time, and they're doing a nice job on that with this series.
First and 10 from Shelby's 43-yard line. Back to pass, and Carter Kessler will sack the quarterback. Back at the the 44-yard line. He's going to drop him, actually. Hang on, drop it back at the 46-yard line.
Yeah,
so
put
him down.
Loss.
Put him down for a loss of at least 3.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage was the 43. Put him down at the 46-yard line. So a 3-yard sack. 4:10 to play, first quarter, 7-0. Shelby and big number 9 stepping up big.
Yeah, Carter Kessler, man, he's had a great year at that end. So that's sack, I believe, number 9 on the season.
Yeah,
he had 8 coming in.
Yep.
So that's a nice play there. And they're mixing it up because Kyler Williams playing a little bit of defensive end in there as well, giving Marshall Shepard a quick blow.
Second down, 13. At Shelby's 46-yard line, first quarter, 3:49.
Oh, he got it.
Pass right side, going to be picked off by Brayden DeVito on the far side of the field. He jumps the route at the 45-yard line, and DeVito picks it off.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, why are you throwing at the best athlete on the field? You know why? Because you think your receiver can run it. That's cover 2. So you read Q2-1 there. If 2 runs the out, you jump it. That's a picture-perfect cover 2 right there. That is literally textbook. Coach Amicone and that defensive staff, 2 thumbs up. DeVito was all over. Thought they had man or quarters, and they're playing cover 2. Great interception. They confused a quarterback that doesn't really understand full field reads and coverages.
Shelby takes over at their own 45-yard line. 7-0 Whippets. 3:46 to go, first quarter. Back to pass, pressure coming, screen. This goes to Bowman, out of a tackle, 45, and tripped up near midfield. There was room to roll, but somebody got him by the kind of shoelace on the foot and trips him up. He'll go down at about the 48-yard line on that tackle. Good job coming up the field that time. That was Joey Jernigan, the linebacker. Give him 3 yards. He's had a couple big plays early.
He's had 2 literal touchdown type saving tackles. So nice job there by old number 12 for Indian Hill.
Second down, 7. Shelby football is at their own 48-yard line. 3:10 to play, first quarter, state semifinal against 7-0 Shelby. 3:08 to go. Back to pass, slant over the middle. Bowman, 40 of the Braves, 35, and tackled inside the 35-yard line. DeVito on a dart over the middle on a slant. It's a home and kitchen supply. First down to the Braves 33-yard line, and DeVito and Bowman all year on the same page.
Yeah, great job there. Good recognition. See, that's DeVito and Bowman, man. Now that is the peanut butter and jelly, right? So he saw him right open. He wasn't even covered, so he said, I'm just going to go ahead and hit you.
2:47 to go, first quarter. Handoff here. Running back, this is Sloan. He'll get his way about 3 yards down to the Braves 33-yard line. So you put him down to the 30, so a 3-yard gain. Line of scrimmage to 33. 2:33 to go, first quarter. Shelby 7, Indian Hill nothing. State semifinals. Glad to have you tonight, where high school football on WMAN is driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun. 2nd and 7 from the Braves 30. 2:15 to go, first quarter. Handoff, Sloan, left side. There's a hole. 25, 20, 15, 10, and knocked down at the 10-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, off that left side, there was a lane, Erik Will, that a truck could drive through, and they'll have it first and goal at the Braves 9-yard line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there was no forced player there. There was nobody there to keep him inside. Just the schematics of that defense. Listen, that's the problem. Are teams not watching film? You can't play Shelby exclusively man-to-man. You can't do it. Quit turning your back to the runners.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Handoff
inside, another lane, lowers the shoulder, and Travis Sloan burst his way into the end zone. A 9-yard touchdown run. The confetti flies here in Sidney, and the Whippets go up 2 scores with 1:50 to play here in the first quarter, and Travis Sloan wasn't touched until the goal line.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, how about the offensive line? Your right guard, your right tackle, just snatching dudes up, turning their bodies. You could read their numbers from the camera, and Sloan just running around. Great job, and you always love as a running back, having that opportunity to get in the end zone by running over a DB. That's really good football there by Booker and by Quentin Albert there. That's good football.
We have an injury, I believe, to one of the Braves on the field. Looks like he's getting up and going to walk.
I think it was the guy that tackled.
Was it? Okay, I'll tell you what, Travis Sloan lowered the shoulder at the goal line. I'll tell you what, nobody touched him until they got to the goal line. We got the replay here, and it was one of the safeties that came up. It was Dylan Hartman, number 4, and I think when Travis Sloan kind of lowered down to go in the end zone, but Hartman's able to walk off the field, so that's great news there. We'll have the extra point presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. Make sure you stop by. You'll get top dollar for your used vehicle mill irons supporting local high school athletics. $150 to play. Here in the first quarter, Shelby has scored twice. Point after, snap kick is on the way by Harris. And just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's good. We'll take a break. $150 to play first quarter. State semifinals, Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain train heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
And we have the kickoff as we welcome you back, and went through the hands of one of the guys, the up guys on special teams for Indian Hill, but luckily a guy behind it was able to field it and then step out of bounds, so Indian Hill will have the football at the 30-yard line, went right under him, and inside the 20 at about the 19, just picked up right there by George Fulmer. I'll tell you what, Everett Harris has been really good at kind of squibbing that ball down the field and making it difficult on the return guys.
For all the people that were hanging out at home when they were a kid watching Plinko instead of going to school, that's what that looked like. Remember, you drop the little Plinko and it goes around and bobs and weaves and smacks and hits. Hope you're getting a $10,000 slot. That's what that was right there. That thing went right through the return guy's legs, and then Vilmer picks it up and is like, well, I got to hop out of bounds here.
Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing. First quarter state semifinal with 1:50 to go. If you are just joining us, the Whippets have scored 2 out of their 3 drives. The other drive, they moved the ball well but had a penalty and had to punt. And the Whippets have 2 touchdown runs in the opening quarter. DeVito, a 2-yard run, a 9-yard run by Travis Sloan. And hang on, they go to snap the ball, but the official on the near side of us was walking out toward the play. What do we have?
Well, it's an equipment thing. So what they're doing is he's looking at Sam Metz there for Indian Hill, and he's sending him off right now because there was something going on with his equipment. So it was interesting because the side judge here blew it dead. The official didn't actually see it, so they were going to run a little jet sweep there. And you can see Carter Kessler, he's assigned to that quarterback, so you better get ready to have 6'4", 230 pounds chasing you around for a good chunk of this game. Dude, that hurts.
Carter Kessler has a batted down pass and a sack in a couple of drives to start the game. The dude has been dialed in and ready to go. First and 10, they'll hand it off. Good thing, because Carter Kessler hit the quarterback. They'll get it to the running back, and he will go nowhere. Sam Gwertz came flying up the field and will tackle Evan Riggs. Erik, it will be a loss of a couple of yards. Bryce Samsel was in there as well as the Whippets flew up the field. It'll be a loss of 2 yards, and both quarterbacks, both linebackers, Gwertz and Samsel, in for a 2-yard loss.
Well, yeah, and as you're watching him run that jet sweep there, you're getting the quarterback accounted for, so he's got to hand that ball off. As long as your second-level flow players are playing well, that's all day, all night. Remember, they don't major in passing. They don't love these second and third and longs.
2nd and 12 from their own 17. They'll pass it near side. It'll be caught across the 25 by the receiver. DeVito tried to strip that ball out. They will not. He will have it. Good tackle by Landon Foltz. That pass to the near side into the hands of Ben Sitchell. He's number 8, and he's a senior wide receiver. Good job by Devlin Daniel to get rid of that football quickly. It'll be a gain, Erik, of a good chunk of yards. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard, so they pick up better than 10 yards on that play. They probably got about 11, almost 12 on that throw. 39 seconds to play, first quarter.
You're getting, this is where they want to be. They want to run this football here.
3rd and 1 from their own 28-yard line. Daniel right side, not a lot of room to run. He will have the first down. He'll be tackled at the 30-yard line. Kyler Williams and company got him. It will be a first down They only needed a yard. He got about 2, so Holman Kitchen Supply first down at the 30. 22 seconds left first quarter. Will we get another play in? State semifinal. Division 4, Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing, and the Braves right now look in no hurry to snap it.
Yeah, they're not going
With
to.
10 seconds to play in the first quarter, they will not, and we can tell you, after 1 quarter in the Division 4 state semifinals, Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Division 4 state semifinals, Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing. Aaron Hines, Erik Will, glad to have you tonight. WMAN teaming up with our good friends at the OH Report for live high school playoff football state semifinals the night after Thanksgiving. Indian Hill first and 10 from their own 30-yard line. They'll pitch it right side, and he will work his way to the 30, 35. Good move, 40-yard line, and tackled by Gortz at around the 43-yard line. I'll tell you what, George Vollmer just navigating through traffic. It's a Holman Kitchen Supply first down. Erik Will put him down, 13-yard gain. That'll be at the Indian Hill 43-yard line, one of their best plays of the night.
Yeah, that's a nice job there. That's just kind of a speed option, and the Shelby defense didn't do a good enough job. They were able to kind of kick out that lead guy there, and he was able to slither around like a snake through there and make enough plays. Had a real nice cutback against the grain, and hey, listen, first down, their second first down of this drive.
That's right. 11:27 to go, second quarter. Again, Shelby 14, Indian Hill nothing. 3 wide receivers. First down, they'll hand the football off. Not a lot of room to run. He'll get a couple of yards. Sampson will grab him at about the 46-yard line and take him down. It's a 3-yard gain. Baker in on that stop as well. That was Evan Riggs, the running back. Give him 3. And put him down again at the 46-yard line of Indian Hill. 11:03 to go, second quarter. Shelby 14 and Indian Hill nothing. We will keep you up to date on the North Central State College high school football scoreboard at WMANFM.com. Hillsdale and Colonel Crawford also playing tonight in the state semifinals. Second down 7, their own 46-yard line. 14-0 Shelby, second quarter. 10:45 to go here from Sidney. Quarterback Daniel will throw it left side. Got a receiver there. He'll make the catch, be tackled by Kyler Williams at about midfield. It will be a 4-yard throw and catch. As that time he went left side to George Vollmer, the senior, number 3, caught the football. Third down 3 for the Braves from midfield. 10:23 to go, second quarter, 14-0 Shelby.
You know, good play call there. That was excellent. He saw the blitz coming. He let it happen. I think it was Sam Gortz got his hands up, couldn't quite get his hands on it, and the pass was complete, picked up 4 yards. Gives yourself a 3rd and 3 here, which is manageable. Shelby's got to do a good job here with that run, D.
From midfield, 4 wide receivers. Daniel's going to pull it down and roll. Go nowhere. Bounce backwards. Carter Kessler, boom, baby, up. Kessler knocks him backwards. It'll be a loss back to the 49-yard line. And Carter Kessler putting his imprint on this one in the first half. It'll be 4th down and 4, and Carter Kessler having a monster first half.
I tell you what, that was a helmet to the chest right there. That was picture perfect. Listen, I appreciate the fact that quarterback's 205, good-looking ball player, but you ain't seen nothing like that. Boom, right there. Great job. And I'll tell you what, we got to give some credit to my man Gran Yeager out there, too. He put his DNA all over his chest.
By the way,
great job.
Looking at the replay, Kessler is being held at the same time as they will have to punt it away. It's not a great punt by Sinon, but it will roll inside the 15, inside the 10, and roll dead at about the 5-yard line. So a terrific punt. Didn't look great coming off his foot, but Sinon will get a great roll. And the Whippets up 14-0, 9:15 to go. Second quarter, we'll have it deep in the their own end at their own 5-yard line. Glad to have you tonight, as we mentioned, from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. You can be a part of Buckeye Nation. Start in Columbus. You can start in Mansfield, finish in Columbus. Go tuition free. Find out, sign up, schedule a visit, apply, mansfield.osu.edu.
Well, the reason that ball came off like that was because Gavin Baker came through and almost got it.
Did he get a partial hand on it?
Yeah, and you talk to these guys about, listen, you get kind of one of those little rainbow snaps, man. Come and get that thing off the foot.
Well, DeVito standing near the goal line. 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Braden will pull it down and run. Bounce it to the outside across the 5 and tackled from behind out near the 8-yard line. Good job coming up the field to make that tackle. That was Jackson Fry, Erik, and he's a big dude, number 9, 6'4", 215 defensive lineman, able to grab DeVito and take him down. It'll be a gain of about 3 out to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a good job there. DeVito just picking up 3 yards. Great job by the defensive end running down the line of scrimmage there to make that play to keep it to a minimal game. Listen, Coach Mahaney, Coach Helbert, they're not going to do anything crazy here. With a 14-point lead as well as your defense is playing, just trying to get 1 first down before you get too crazy.
8:36 to go, second quarter. 14-0 Shelby. Whippets 2nd and 7 from their own 8-yard line. Handoff to the near side. This is Baker across the 10, plowing his way out near the 13, maybe 14, pushing close to the 15. Where are we going to put him?
That should be a first down.
Yeah, put him down.
Hold on.
Put him down just shy of the 15-yard line. He might need inches for the first down. He got about, 6? I would say he got just over 6 yards on that carry, as it'll be 3rd down and less than a yard. The football is just shy. Actually, they're going to put it on the 14, so it will be 3rd and a yard. 8:02 to go.
I thought he got further than that.
Yeah, I did too. Second quarter, 14-0 Shelby. DeVito in the gun, got a back to his right, 2 wide receivers to the right, got a tight end set up on the left side. DeVito claps the hands. He'll hand the football off the back, will be taken down. The ball is loose, and Indian Hill has the football, and they're trying to return this football. It's one of the linemen who will turn it inside the 5 and down near the 2-yard line.
Yeah. Great job there. They stripped the ball out there.
Let's check out the replay.
Job. 21 with the first contact.
21 knocked the ball out, and number 54 picked it up. The guy that knocked it out was Topher Wachtel. The guy that picked it up was Drew Rader, and all of a sudden Indian Hill did not have a lot going offensively. They now have it 1st and goal at Shelby's 2-yard line because of a turnover.
Yeah, and listen, turnovers will kill you, right? I mean, that's going to be those types of things, man. Listen, Shelby has dominated this game, but I'll tell you right now, they punched this one in. You talk to your defense about sudden change. If you're Baker, you got to secure that, man. It's got to be 2 hands on the ball. Can't put it on the carpet, man.
1st and goal from the 2-yard line, handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown run. It is Evan Riggs. He'll plow his way in from 2 yards out, and Indian Hill got a turnover, return it to the 2-yard line, and Riggs runs it in, and just like that, the Whippets' 2-score lead has been cut in half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Turnovers are an equalizer, especially, listen, and not all turnovers are created equal. You turn over that deep inside your own end, inside, your own 20, which would be the red zone for them, and then the kid almost took it in and scored. That's on the offense, not the defense, and great job by them capitalizing on a Shelby mistake, but once again, can't fumble the football, man. This is Final Four football. Everything's got to be crisp, got to play clean.
Extra point presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. You receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Kick is on the way by signing, and it is good, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts. We'll step aside. 7:36 to go, second quarter, state semifinals. Now Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Back to Sidney after the turnover. And then a touchdown by Indian Hill. Kickoff going to be fielded by the Whippets across the 25. And Branson Reed will be tripped up and tackled. He had a bit of a lane to run at first. Good job by Indian Hill, able to trip him up and take him down. Getting him right there over the top was Jernigan, number 12. Again, somebody else got him before that as well. Good job. The Whippets will have it just shy of their own 30-yard line. Put them down at their own 28-yard line. Thanks for joining us tonight for high school football state semifinals. Aaron Hines, Erik Will, joined by our good buddy Adam Thompson. I know Braden, our cameraman, we appreciate him outside in the cold. 25 degrees at kickoff.
Braving the elements.
It's a touch warmer in the booth. 7:31 to go until halftime. 14-7 Shelby. DeVito back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll elude. He'll fire one up the field. He's got Bowman, but it's hanging up there, and Bowman caught the ball, and it got knocked away. Bowman nearly pulled it away from a defender at about the 31-yard line, but the defender just got a hand on it and knocks it away.
Yeah,
that was dangerous.
That's
right?
a dangerous. So listen, they're playing cover one. What's that mean? That means man under, one safety over top. You know, it
was Luke Mitchell there.
Good job.
It away.
I appreciate you throwing the ball to Bowman. Bowman's specialty is not the 50-50 ball. He's more of a scat guy. Get him the ball, let him use his speed and shiftiness. He's not a high point guy like maybe a Shepard at 6'4", a Carter Kessler at 6'4".
7:23 to go, second quarter. 14-7 Shelby. Whippets 2nd and 10 from their own 28-yard line. DeVito looking to throw. He's got a man over the middle, but he throws it a little bit high for Bowman. It'll be incomplete and across the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Shelby at their own 28-yard line, leading 14-7 with 7:19 to go until halftime.
Well, there you go. You had your crosser. He was looking underneath to the outside. And listen, if you don't think momentum's real, see what's happened in the last minute and a half of this game. Shelby, all the momentum in the world, getting ready to potentially get a first down, trying to go up 3 scores, fumble, turnover, score. Now you got a 3rd and long. I'm telling you, man, it's real.
3rd and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun, back to his right. Braden back to pass. Has time. Pressure now coming. He'll roll to the right, looking up the field. He'll throw it. Got a man wide open. He'll catch it at the 44-yard line. Caden pause. Are they going to say he was out of bounds?
I don't know.
Boy, he caught the football.
Yeah, sounds like they are. They're saying he's out of bounds. Yeah, they're saying he was out of bounds.
We got the replay of the OH report. Boy, it looked like he had the football.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
It looked like he was in bounds.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know about that.
And then he caught it and kind of sat down out of bounds. But they're a lot closer than we are. But boy, that looked close.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It looked like a catch to me. Having said that, he should have thrown the ball earlier. Paz was open the entire way, dragging across the field. Throw him the ball earlier. Having said that, I think it was a catch.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, on the OH report replay, it looked like a catch, but the officials are closer. They'll say maybe he was just out of bounds. And Shelby will punt it away on 4th and 10. Shepard will boot it away. 7:07 to go. Second quarter. Going to be a return, caught, tries to get away from a defender. This is George Vollmer. He'll get it up the field a few yards, put him down at about the 44-yard line. So Indian Hill, who did not have a lot of success early moving the football, they got a turnover, only had to go 2 yards. They punch it in. Their defense, they're able to get a 3 and out. And
great field position.
And now they have it back. They have it at their own 44-yard line. 7:01 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7, and the Braves have a chance to tie this game with momentum on their side.
Momentum's wearing white, baby, and the Whippets trying to get it back. So, listen, you've got to get them back into the 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. That's your comfort zone if you're Shelby.
So here we go. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. They'll hand the football off in motion. They bring a man trying to get the corner. This is Vollmer. He'll get to midfield and spin, get away from DeVito, breaking out of another tackle inside the 45-yard line of Shelby and down near the 43-yard line. They may say he stepped out at the 44. Yeah, put him out at the 44 as Vollmer did a great job right there. Erik able to spin twice, and then get out of a second tackle. Tell you what, he did a great job there.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't look that fast, but he's slippery. You know what I mean? He's got that little bit of a longer stride, and Shelby's defense is not flowing to that. They're doing a great job on the quarterback, which is your primary concern. But guys, you got to set the edge, man. Someone's got to come out and stop the jet sweep.
6:51 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7. Handoff, different running back here. Not a lot of room to run. They'll hand it off, and he will be shoved back. This is Jacob Alexander. He was grabbed in the middle and just shoved back. It'll be a short gain of just a couple.
No, they didn't even get him a yard. Yeah, he went back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so they didn't give him any forward progress. I know in the middle there, I saw again, Erik, it was Quentin Albert. I saw Big Hunter-Oney was there in the middle. Good job.
Yeah.
Give him no gain. You're right. I thought they gave him a yard of forward progress. No gain. 44-yard line of Shelby. 2nd and 10, Indian Hill. 6:16 to play until halftime. 14-7 Shelby. Back to pass Devlin. Rolling left. Kessler's chasing him. Kessler will grab him, and he will take him down. Carter Kessler takes him down for a loss back at the Indian Hill 46-yard line. Carter Kessler's second sack of the night.
That's a big one.
That dude is playing big time on the line. It'll be 3rd and long for Indian Hill.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard loss. He's now at -9 yards rushing on the game. And, you know, if you're the quarterback, you're outside the pocket there, right? If you're Daniel, you got to throw that puppy away, man. You can't take that sack if you're number 5 there for Indian Hill. But, man, Carter Kessler is just playing like a football playing Jesse, baby.
10-yard loss. Yeah. It'll be 3rd and 20, Indian Hill at their own 46-yard line. 5:30 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Brave 7.
Watch quarterback draw here.
4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Devlin back to pass. Will throw it left side. Got a receiver open. Carter to Shelby's 45-yard line. Out of a tackle at the 40. Down the sideline, but he steps out of bounds at the 40. Boy, I thought he got further up the field. He was close to the first down, but they will say he steps out of bounds.
They may go for this, too.
At the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 6 or 7.
6, yeah, 7.
Call it 6. Call it 6. So they'll have a decision here. I would think they would try and pin him deep.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. I'm with you, Aaron. When I originally saw this, and I thought he was out more towards like the 37, 38 yard line.
It looked like it on the far side, but the official on top of things said he stepped out at the 40. So 4th down and 6.
And that's the thing. I love rallying up and tackling, keeping everything in front. But when you do that, you got to get your get your keisters up there and make that play.
You got to get him on the ground.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, you get to the point where that turns into a where you're letting an athlete in space potentially pick up a first down.
Indian Hill will burn a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 5:18 to go until halftime. 14-7, Shelby leading the Braves. It's 4th down, 6 yards to go. Indian Hill, they're at the Shelby 40-yard line. Glad to have you tonight. High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore, State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Also, congratulations to Sam Gwirtz, our iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week. We'll get him that plaque. Presented by the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk. Get a free quote, NeilCadyInsurance.com. That's Neil, K-A-D-E-Y, Insurance.com. And those great plaques are made by Emerald Awards at Engraving in Ashland. And a first half reminder, after the game, we'll hand out some free pizza. Some hot pie on a cold night sounds good.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm up here.
That's right.
I'm writing with one hand, glove on the other. I look like Michael Jackson up here.
Tell you what, toque on, that would be your stocking cap and gloves. And that free pizza from Jeff Heck and Jeff Stifler. They're Mansfield's injury lawyers. Get a free consultation at HeckLawOffices.com. But that free pizza courtesy of Giannino's. 5:18 to play until halftime, 4th and 6. Indian Hill will punt it away, end over end. It'll hit at the 15-yard line and go and just literally take a check left.
It's good punter.
Yeah, special teams will touch it at about the 14-yard line. Their punter is Drew Sinan, a junior, does a great job. It hit at the 15, checked up, and they'll put it down at the Whippet 14-yard line with 5:10 to play until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7, and the Whippet offense on the field.
Yeah, here we go. Once again, back it kind of deep into your own territory. You're not in the shadow of your own end zone, but close enough here. And once again, can't have a mistake. But yet, listen, you just talk to your guys coming out here and say, listen, we need to execute. Let's get the ball back on the ground a little bit. Let's just get a first down. Then you can really get back to your playbook and start rolling.
1st and 10, Shelby at their own 14-yard line. Up 14-7, second quarter, 5:10 to play. DeVito will pitch it right side to the back, across the 15, 20, and taken down. Ball, did that come out or was that a shoe?
That's a shoe.
I know something flew. That was Luke Blevins, the freshman.
They did throw a flag in the back there,
I think it's a hold on Shelby. Yeah. I think I saw it too. Luke Blevins with a great run to the near side. I didn't know if it was the football or a shoe. A shoe came flying. He held on to the ball. He got out near the 22-yard line, but it's a hold on Shelby.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to who they call this on. Did they call it on? So you got Shepard out there working. Oh, yeah, it's a good call. They called it on Kessler. He got beat across his face, and you could see him grab that jersey. You got to make that call. That's the right call. Good job by the officiating crew there and wiping away a nice run by Blevins. And now you really are in the shadow of your own end zone.
And Adam was mentioning we had 14 penalties in that one quarter a week ago at Arlen Field in the regional final. So the Whippets have had a few here in the first half, but it'll back them up. First down and 17, and the football is at their own 7-yard line. DeVito in the gun in his end zone, screen to the near side. Here comes Bowman at the 5. He's got a crease. Great block. 15 and out near the 18-yard line. Somebody lit a block at about the 10-yard line. Quentin Albert. It sprung Bowman. He doesn't have a first down, but they got a lot back, and watch this block. He just drilled the guy on the near side. Bowman out near the 19-yard line, and Quentin Albert with a monster block.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play man and nobody communicates. Screen coming back. That's a good morning to you, and how you doing? That's a nice fresh cup of coffee right there on your face, man. Thanks a lot there, Coach, for putting me in man press against that screen.
Second down for Shelby at their own 19-yard line. 4:13 to play until halftime. 14-7 Whippets. DeVito's going to bounce it to the outside. 20. Holman Kitchen Supply first down. He'll go out of bounds across the 25 out near the 27-yard line. DeVito moves the chains. It's about a 7-yard run. Got to the outside, got out of bounds. And the Whippets have a first down. 4:08 to go until halftime. 14-7 Shelby. Whippets, again, they've been able to move the ball offensively. The only score of the night for Indian Hill came right off a Shelby fumble where they returned it to the 2-yard line and punched it in. Indian Hill gets the ball to start the second half. This would be a big drive for Shelby. Handoff, running back Baker across the 30, lowers the shoulder, out near the 33. About a 6-yard run for Travis Baker. Good block there and split the defenders. And I'll tell you what, he had Jackson Fry right on his back, just running strong.
Yeah, and that's a good job. Gavin Baker fumbled earlier. They gave him the ball back again. I'd still like to see 2 hands on that ball when you're in traffic, young pup there. Cover that thing up, especially coughing that thing up on the last couple series ago. So good job there, picking up 6, almost 7 yards.
Second down for Shelby, their own 33-yard line. 3:33 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7 in the state semifinal. DeVito back to pass, up the field. He'll loft the ball.
Oh, what a pass!
Bowman catches it over the shoulder at the 38-yard line. DeVito dropped it out of midair right in his lap at the Braves' 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
That's not even fair, man. That defensive end's over there going, Coach, what do you want me to do? That's like, holy smokes, that is chess while everybody else is playing checkers right there. Great job. And what a catch by Bowman, man. What a stud.
Couldn't run down the field and drop it in his lap any better. 1st and 10 Shelby at the Indian Hill 38-yard line. 14-7 Shelby, 3:24 to go until halftime. DeVito will keep it. Bounce it to the outside, nowhere to go, and he'll just go down right at about the line of scrimmage. No gain. He had multiple guys coming up the field and nowhere to run. First guy up there was one of the big guys on the line. It was Mikel Bomini was the guy on the line, able to take him down. And looking at that replay on the OH report, no game for DeVito. He could just watch that replay over and over.
That's beautiful.
Adam just put that on a loop, right?
Yeah, that was a great play.
Adam's going to put that as his ringtone. I like that.
Well, the high level of difficulty of the throw and then the catch is just ridiculous.
Second down 10 Shelby at the Indian Hill 38-yard line. 2:39 to go until halftime. 14-7 Whippets. DeVito back to pass. Got Bowman. Left side, fires it into the end zone. Oh!
Yep.
And off his hands, incomplete, but hang on. Yep. There is a penalty marker down. It hit him in the end zone, but it looks like it's pass interference on Indian Hill, and DeVito put that baby right on the money.
Yeah, you feel bad. Tyler Fitzgerald there making the play early. No doubt about it. Pass interference. Got his mitts in the oven. Here's the thing. If you're DeVito, throw that thing to the end zone, man. Brady Bowman's a 10-900, man. Like don't underthrow him. Throw that thing out there and let Bowman go get it. If I'm Brady Bowman, I'm going back saying, hey, Braden, just chuck the ball, baby. I'm going to go get it. But nonetheless, 15 yards moving them forward.
So the Whippets have it first down and 10. They are at the Indian Hill 23-yard line. 2:30 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7. DeVito in the gun. 3 wide receivers right, 1 wide to the left. DeVito by himself in the gun. Claps the hands. Calls for the ball left side. Got a bit of a lane. Out of a tackle at the 20. Slips one at the 15. And he'll be tackled right at the 15-yard line. Good job coming up to make that stop. That was Jackson Fry, the senior defensive lineman, and DeVito just does such a great job, Erik, of just making you defend him all over the field. He picks up
8.
He picks up close to 9 on that play. Line of scrimmage was to 23. They're at the 14-yard line. They're inside the Shakely Mechanical red zone. 1:58 to go until halftime. Shelby 2nd and 1 at the Indian Hill 14.
And this is where Shelby gets creative, man. They got their entire playbook here.
3 wide receivers right. DeVito runs it, tripped up, and I'll tell you what, he's going to have the first down. But I'll tell you what, there was room to roll. Joey Jernigan, again, the linebacker, just got him by the ankle and trips him up, put him down, and right around the 12-yard line. DeVito got 2. That's a home and kitchen supply first down. The Whippets, remember, Indian Hill gets the football to start the second half. This would be a huge score.
Well, and you want to run that clock, too. You want to score under a minute here if all possible, so you're going to use the last 17 of this play clock.
90 seconds to go.
And remember, you've got man across the board. They're playing cover 1, free safety in the middle of the field. You better find 12, man.
2 wide receivers right, 1 wide to the left. DeVito in the gun. He's got Baker to his right. 1:19 to go until halftime, and hang on, penalty markers fly.
Offsides offense.
Well, hang on.
Don't see that a whole lot.
You don't see offsides offense.
Had to have been on one of the linemen there as far as the way they position themselves, so you're going to back them up 5 here.
Maybe on the, well, I don't know.
Coach Mahaney wants a little bit of an explanation.
I think I would too. I'm looking at that replay. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, I didn't see what was going on there. I mean, we didn't snap the ball right. Normally when you see an offsides, it's on the defense, right? But, I mean, you can't have an offensive guy line up too far over top of the ball. Yeah, that might have been what they called.
That must have been it. We're too far away to know. So 1st and 15, Shelby. Hang on. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
Getting ready to snap the ball, and they'll blow it dead again. You're going to reset the play clock? What are we doing here?
I don't know. Here we go. Oh, yeah, reset.
Yeah,
they did reset it.
I thought so, yeah. All right,
okay.
1-9.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, we're resetting the play clock to the end. We're going. Here we go. Right. Clock's running now.
1:19 to go until halftime. Shelby 1st and 15 at the Indian Hill 17-yard line. Whippets up 14-7. DeVito will hand it off. Baker near side 15. Great cut to the 10, to the 5, and tackled inside the 5-yard line. Gavin Baker using that strength. He was tackled by Evan Riggs at the 4-yard line. So Baker runs.
And Shelby going tempo here.
Erik, he ran for probably 11. About 12, 13 yards on that play. 2nd down, 1 Whippets at the 4. Bowman in motion.
Nice tackle.
They'll get him the ball, and he'll be tackled back at around the 6-yard line. That was Topher Wachtel, the linebacker, to take him down at the 6-yard line.
Great job.
Timeout, Shelby. We'll keep it right here. Just 48 seconds remain until halftime. It'll be 3rd down and roughly 3 for the Whippets. Football is at the 6-yard line of Indian Hill.
Probably 6 is actually what you're looking at, because they have them on about the 7-yard line. They got to get inside the 3.
They got to get to probably close to the 2, so it's probably 3rd, about 4 almost.
Right.
48 seconds remain until halftime. Shelby 14, Indian Hill 7. This is a monster couple of plays in this game, with the Braves getting the ball to start the second half.
Well, and you can kick it, right? I mean, Shelby's kicker has shown the ability to make this, but we've also seen it's always an adventure in the kicking game every time they even score a touchdown here. So you might, depending on what you get on this play, this might end up being 4-down territory. Now, having said that, Aaron, this is where Shelby is known for all the gadget plays that they do in practice. Don't be surprised if you get one of those little quirky gadget plays out of Coach Halbert and Coach Mahaney. This is where they spend time in that lab making up all those different potions and lotions and elixirs, and they come out with some pretty cool stuff.
Approaching halftime, 2nd quarter. Colonel Crawford trailing Kirtland. State semifinal, Division 6, 21-0. Kirtland and Hillsdale up 27-7 on McDonald. That ball game may be at halftime already, I believe. So looks like they're approaching halftime.
Well, here we go.
At the half. So here we go. We're almost at halftime. 48 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. Division 4 state semifinal. Shelby 3rd and about 4 from the Indian Hill 6-yard line. DeVito back to pass. He'll throw it left corner. He's got Carter Kessler. Caught it. Carter Kessler caught it in the back of the end zone. Went right over the defender. Touchdown, Whippets. Whippets.
Yeah, nice job there.
What a catch by Carter Kessler.
Yes, Carter Kessler, man, going up and snatching that puppy. And great job there from 6 yards out with a touchdown. The flag came out late. I don't know what they're going to call here.
I think Carter might have spiked the ball or threw.
Spiked it? Come on, guys. State Final Four here.
I think he threw the ball. It might have been on a celebration, I believe, or something. I saw the ball kind of come out in the end zone. That's what I'm assuming it is. Let's wait and see.
As long as you're not taunting or in someone's face, you got to swallow your flag on that one.
I could be wrong, but that's what I saw live.
Right.
We'll see what they sort out. The touchdown is good.
So here we go.
And it's about a 7-yard throw and catch.
Oh, they're going to back the here we go. Touchdown's good. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike. Here we go. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. That's what it is. I'd like to. We're going to see it again. And the great thing is,
I think he might have spun the ball. Just watch here on the replay.
Right, but once again though, it's a touchdown.
Like right here at the end. Yeah. Right.
No way. There is no way that's a penalty. You cannot throw a flag. That's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what.
That right there. that he didn't do it in anybody's face. We're in a state Final Four. Come on, man. Like what are we doing here?
I'll tell you what.
Are we doing?
Carter Kessler, that was some kind of catch in a state semifinal.
Yeah.
He's had 2 sacks. He has had a monster first half. It's going to be a 35-yard extra point, and the kick will barely get to the end zone on a short kick. I don't think it got tipped, but the extra point is no good. We're going to take one more break and be back. 42 seconds to go until halftime. Shelby 20, Indian Hill 7. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Welcome back to Sidney as we will have the kickoff. We never wait a minute here on the broadcast. We know that, but we got the OH report. Going to be fielded by Indian Hill. Return across the 40 and knocked out of bounds on the far side. That was Sam Metz.
And that's one of the things about squibbing the ball. Listen, you know, as good as that is, it can look like Plinko. If they actually field it and get up the field, now you got 37 seconds. You got 2 timeouts if you're Indian Hill. I'm aggressive here. I'm trying to go for a score because now if you're inside your own 30, you're probably a little bit more conservative. That's one of the things. I'd like to see a little bit of a deeper kick there.
Indian Hill, 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 37 seconds to go until halftime. Shelby of 20. Brayden DeVito. Brayden DeVito jumps around, picks it off, and Brayden DeVito's going to return it for a touchdown. 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone. Brayden DeVito trying to put an exclamation point on the first half with a pick 6.
Why are you throwing at number 2? Stop it. Get it out of your playbook. He's better than you. Stop trying to go at the best player on the field. He's Mr. Football, man. Give him the trophy. Let's just make it air tonight. We'll give it to him tonight. He's too good of a football player. You can't throw at him. He's been making highlight plays for 4 years. He's the best player on the field, and that'll include whoever they play next week as well.
Brayden DeVito jumps the route, picks that football off right around the 40-yard line with an interception, and you want to talk about going into the locker room with some momentum. Brayden DeVito with an interception return for a touchdown. We are going to get a timeout. I think the Whippets are going to go for 2 with 29 seconds to go until halftime. Shelby now on top, 26-6. 26-7.
Right.
And the Whippet faithful in front of us, Erik Will, are going wild below.
Yeah, and here we go. Good job there. DeVito once again sitting in that cover 2 look, and you know, maybe we can get Adam to throw it up here again while we're at commercial. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate you, buddy. So when you're looking at this, there it is. So he just jumps the route. He's essentially, we call it apex. He's apexing 1 and 2 there. So he's reading the quarterback's shoulders. And like I said, he only averages 93 yards throwing a game. DeVito, when you throw in the area of number 2, he understands what the quarterback is trying to get accomplished there, and he did a great job of using his leverage, apexing 1 and 2. Did you see how he basically just left number 1 to go intercept that? That's what I'm saying. The kid is unbelievable. You got to quit throwing at him, man.
Brayden DeVito with a pick 6. I'll officially call it 44 yards. Thank you, Adam Thompson, on that replay. 44 yards. Shelby, 29 seconds to go until halftime. We'll go for 2. They'll throw it to DeVito. Wide open. That's Gavin Miller. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. DeVito got the ball from Shepard. He rolled to the near side, threw it in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. DeVito and Mahaney clap hands, and the Whippets go up 28-7.
And Quentin Albert, man, I'm telling you guys, Quentin Albert's playing he's playing like a man possessed. He took that defensive end and threw him to the ground. I'm noticing that stuff now. Quentin Albert wants to go play for a state championship. I love that effort. But how about the design of the play? Michael Shepard, snap. You throw it to not only probably one of the best tailbacks in the state, but then he's obviously playing quarterback. And then great job there by Miller leaking out, and you just played it right over the top. Look at this play right here. Watch Quentin Albert here, my tackle. Look at that, boom, right there. Put him on the ground. And then you right over top, the defensive back there, you got to feel bad for old Fitzgerald there, number 10. He was like, do I go to the quarterback? I got a guy behind me, because he's either going to run it in or throw it over top. Great schematic play there by the offensive staff of Shelby.
Having Michael Shepard be able to take that snap and then be able to pitch it to DeVito, there's so much for a defense to defend. And you think, okay, DeVito's going to run. He pulls up, and wide open is Gavin Miller for the 2-point conversion. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. 29 seconds remain until halftime. And it'll be a squib kick by Everett Harris. It'll hit at about the 31-yard line. The return man will go down right there on the return. And I'll tell you what, by the way, all year, Indian Hill has not given up more than 19 points in a single game, and the Whippets have 28 in the first half.
And I'll be honest with you, Aaron, I knew Shelby would score points. Whoever they play against, they're going to score points. I was actually, the matchup I wanted to see was, you know, Shelby's defense against their offense, because I was really curious to see how their quarterback would perform running the football, you know, having around 1,100 yards coming in, and Shelby's defense checking that box. Other than the fumble, which led to the quick score, Shelby's played absolutely lights out. They have been the superior team here today.
That was Brooks South on the return there for Indian Hill. They're going to try to get something.
Look at Carson is all over. Carter Kessler's out of control.
Carter Kessler will sack the quarterback back at around the 28-yard line. His 3rd sack of the first half. Line of scrimmage was at the 28-yard line. He goes back to pass, and big number 9 came flying around the corner, grabbed him around the waist, and spun him to the ground. Carter Kessler's 3rd sack of the first half. 2nd and 13 from their own 28.
Oh my, he almost got him again.
1 second to go until halftime. Daniel back to pass, and he'll be tackled by Gwertz, and that'll end the first half. And the Shelby Whippets literally roar into the locker room.
Unbelievable.
Shelby 28 and Indian Hill 7. They've scored on offense. They've scored on defense. And they're 2 quarters away from Canton and playing for a state championship.
Yeah, I mean, you got to come out here ready to go. Listen, I mean, it's 28-7. They get the ball coming out at the half. But Shelby has absolutely dominated this game. You can't watch this game and say, like, oh, you know what? And Indian Hill's lone success has been the fumble, scoop up, 2-3 yard line, punch it in the next play. And you got to give them credit for that. They made that play, and that was a heck of a play. But when Shelby's lined up and played defense, they've dominated the game. When they've lined up and played offense, they've dominated the game. The better team is Shelby. Having said that, you got to come out in the second half, and you got to put your imprint on that half as well. But you got to love it. Carter Kessler dominating the game, right? You need your big players making big plays. When I said he's playing out of control, that's what I meant. That dude is just a football playing Jesse today. He almost got the quarterback there. He's unblockable. That's why he's going to West West Virginia.
Hey, this is where it's okay to play out of control because out of control is a good thing.
Right.
3 sacks and a touchdown reception in the first half and a batted ball for Carter Kessler. We're at halftime here at Sidney High School Memorial Stadium in the Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 28 and Indian Hill 7. We'll take a break. Up next, we'll hear from Mark Hartz from the Shelby Daily Globe. He'll join us here at halftime. We'll be back for first half numbers and get you ready for the second half. The Shelby Whippets 2 quarters away from possibly punching their ticket up 28-7 to try to go play for a state title. At halftime, Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. We'll check scores when we come back. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
a music genre born in African American communities in the 1960s, is all about rhythm and groove. Tonight, the Shelby Whippet Band brings that energy to the football field. We begin our halftime performance with a LaBelle hit, later revived by Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, and Lil Kim. Here is Lady Marmalade. In 1986, the funk group Cameo released a song that became one of the most recognizable funk hits in the decade. With its driving beat, infectious groove, and signature catchphrase, this tune had everyone on the dance floor. Featuring majorettes Lacey Barnhart and Bailey Bishop, get ready because the Shelby Whippet Band is about to bring the funk with Cameo's Word Up. In 1973, Kool and the Gang released a funk anthem that became one of their biggest hits. With its powerful groove, driving horns, and irresistible energy, this classic remains a crowd favorite. The Shelby Whippet Band closes out their halftime show as they jam out to Jungle Boogie.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
halftime in Sidney, Division IV state semifinal, and the Shelby Whippets leading Indian Hill by a score of 28-7. We welcome you back, WMAN, Aaron Hines, Erik Will, our friends at the OH Report, teaming up to broadcast tonight's Division IV state semifinal, where Shelby has been some kind of impressive in the first two quarters. We'll get to the numbers here, and I'll run down the scoring summary. Erik, you want to jump in? We'll start. We usually do scoring summary, but Adam's got the numbers up in front of us. Shelby's defense has been really, really good.
Yeah, they have. They've been fantastic. You can tell they're well prepared, right? So you're talking about formation, key players, what do they like to do? The one positive that I'll say for Indian Hill has been Vollmer. I feel like he's played really, really well.
Yeah, George
today.
Vollmer. Yep.
Vollmer, yeah. He only has four yards receiving, but he has really hurt him on the ground. He does have 36 yards on the ground. Which is funny because you see 32 up there. Well, the reason you see that is because Daniel, who's their leading rusher coming into this game with over 1,100 yards, he's sitting at a -15 after the sack yards. So, Shelby's defense has just been very dialed in, and they have been all year, right? Coming into this game, Shelby, like you said, the last, the 9 games, they've only averaged 4.5, 5 points a game, correct?
Shelby has given up 44 points entering tonight in their last 9 games,
right.
4.8 per game.
4.8 per game. Well, think about it. The only touchdown their defense has given up today was spotted on the 2-yard line after a fumble. Really, other than that, they have absolutely dominated this game. And then when you think about the other side of the ball, offensively, Shelby's been dialed in. They've got 110 yards passing, 129 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and then the big pick 6, obviously, by Brayden DeVito. But I would say offensively and defensively tonight, this has been good complementary football. They've executed well. We've gotten excited a little bit, right? It's a state Final Four game. You're going to,
as you should, right?
Yeah. We realize on the other end of this, is a chance to go to Canton. So every play's amplified. This isn't your week 1 or your scrimmage or your week 5, maybe even your conference championship game. And, you're playing a team that you're kind of unfamiliar with. Coming in, I was a little hesitant because, as far as Indian Hill goes, because when you looked at the record of their opponents, it didn't jump off the page. I mean, they were well under 500, and I think that's playing out today. The Lexingtons, the Bellevues, the Galleons, the Clearforks, you know what I mean? They prepared Shelby for this night.
Orville, Bath,
yes.
Everybody they've saw. Halftime, Division IV state semifinal, Shelby 28 and Indian Hill 7. Let's recap that first half. Shelby got on the board at the 6:20 mark of the first quarter on a 2-yard touchdown run by Brayden DeVito. Point after was good by Everett Harris, and Shelby led 7-0. The Whippets then answered, made it 14-0 at the 150 mark of the first quarter. You're seeing it. Brayden DeVito running in from 2 yards out. Then at the 150 mark, a 9-yard touchdown run by Travis Sloan. And tell you what, Travis Sloan was untouched until he got to the goal line, lowered the shoulder, and powered his way into the end zone. 14-0 Shelby after the first quarter as Everett Harris knocked the extra point through. Indian Hill able to get on the scoreboard at the 7:36 mark of the second quarter after Shelby fumbled. Evan Riggs a 2-yard touchdown run. It was the extra point by Drew Sinan, made it 14-7. Shelby on top. And then with 42 seconds remaining until halftime, Brayden DeVito dropped one and a beautiful pass left corner in the end zone. Carter Kessler, who had a monster first half, had the touchdown. They had a penalty that probably shouldn't have been a penalty on a celebration, so they missed the extra point. Then Brayden DeVito jumps the route with 29 seconds, a 40-yard pick 6 by DeVito, who's having some kind of senior season and some kind of high school football career. Darts in, Everett Harris, and they actually didn't go for 2. They went for 2, didn't kick the extra point. They got the 2-point conversion. It went from DeVito to Gavin Miller, and that makes it 28-7 here at halftime. And Shelby has been some kind of impressive here in the first half. And you think about it, if they don't give Indian Hill a short field, this could be 28-0, maybe even 35-0 here at halftime.
And we're going to come out. Aaron, you know how I am. I love that last 4 minutes, and Shelby definitely grabbed that momentum.
Dude, the last minute they scored 20. twice.
Holy smokes. I mean, Indian Hill had gained quite a bit of momentum. They were in that plus territory. Shelby was able to get off the field there.
It was 14-7.
14-7, and then boom, 2 quick touchdowns. And we know that. We've covered Shelby. What is this, our 9th or 10th game we've covered Shelby this year?
It's like an avalanche.
So, yeah, and that's how it is. So you've got to avoid that when you're playing them, and they've got enough weapons, and then you start getting the running game going with Baker and Sloan and their freshman Blevins.
Yeah, Blevins. He had a nice run tonight.
Right, and so, now this first 4 minutes is going to be huge. If Indian Hill wants to get this thing back to within a manageable game here, they've got to score on this drive. They can't allow Shelby to go up 35-7, 31-7, something like that. So the Whippets we're going to see what that defense comes out. Listen, what kind of adjustments were made going into half. I'm looking forward to seeing Daniel. Devlin Daniel has been such a great player for them all year, rushing, throwing, and Shelby really is negative 15. I mean, he's only thrown for 16 yards, and he's got negative 15 on the ground. He's accounted for 1 yard today in this half. That's the story of the game right now.
We are ready for the second half. We'll check the North Central State College high school football scoreboard for you as well. A little onside kick, almost kind of like a squib, as Everett Harris kind of hit that one off the turf. It's grabbed by Indian Hill, and it was Luke Mitchell. Not an onside kick, but he was trying to kind of catch him off guard, and they'll have good field position. As I mentioned, Luke Mitchell will catch it at the 45-yard line. The North Central State College high school football scoreboard at WMANFM.com. Half of all NC State students begin college while in high school. NC State, we belong to the community. You belong here. Halftime, Division 7 state semifinal. Hillsdale 34, McDonald 7. That's now into the third quarter. And we have now at halftime, Division 6, Kirtland 27, Colonel Crawford nothing. We start the second half, a run. Riggs left side grabbed there. I think that was Landon Foltz.
Yes, it was.
On the left side, he'll drag him down. They'll give him forward progress up to around the 48-yard line. Good job by Landon Foltz running down the line of scrimmage, grabbed him around the shoulder, rode him to the turf. It'll be a 3-yard gain to the 48-yard line. And Foltz playing in that secondary, Erik, will do a good job at really running to the football there.
Yeah, good job. And he's coming from his safety position. Listen, we used to talk about this. When you're in that deep half and you get that run read, you got to play that. We used to call it a banana route, a hockey stick, whatever you want to call it. You work inside out, stay on that shoulder, keep leverage for the cutback.
11:41 to go, just underway. Third quarter, second half, handoff near side. There's a crease into Shelby territory. Inside the 45, Foltz will grab and tackle him. And right around the 43-yard line again, running the football. Erik talked about him at halftime. George Vollmer, line of scrimmage, as they're going to get a home and kitchen supply first down. Yeah. Let's see here. Give him probably about, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 yards on that run. Again, home and kitchen supply first down at 11:20 to go, third quarter.
Yep.
Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. Braves, one of their better offensive drives of the night, moving the football now into Shelby territory.
Yeah, and Shelby hasn't had an answer for that jet sweep most of the night.
They'll fake the handoff. No, they'll get the handoff to the running back. Grab from behind. Sam Gord's able to take him down. He'll get inside the 40. That was Evan Riggs down near the 37-yard line. That's a gain of about 4. And we're down to 10:55 to play on a cold night, third quarter here in Sidney. We're about 39 miles north of Dayton. 10:48 to go, third quarter. Division 4 state semifinal. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7, Braves to the line with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Quarterback Devlin Daniel is in the gun. Devlin Daniel is in the gun, back to his left. Second down, 6 yards to go, man in motion. And he'll call for the football. There's the snap. Daniel looking right. He'll throw it. Caught. Receiver will get to the 35, tackled. And around the 34 again, Bowman and Landon Foltz in on the stop. It'll be a gain of about 3. Put him down at the 34, the guy that caught the football that time. Trying to see.
Is that Metz?
Was it number 11, I believe? I believe it was Jake Freshwater.
Yeah, Freshwater.
Number 11 on that catch. Third down 3. Yeah, it was Freshwater.
Yep.
3rd and 3. At Shelby's 34-yard line. Indian Hill, 28-7 Whippets, third quarter, state semifinal. 9:54 to go here in the third. 4 wide receivers. Handoff, near side, grab by Gordson, taken down. He does not have the first down. He's about a yard shy. Sam Gordson, who's about 130 or more tackles on the year, put him down at about the 32. It'll be 4th down at about a yard for Indian Hill, and down 3 scores. Boy, you feel you're going to go for it here.
Yeah, they got to go for this. And so if you're Shelby, Shelby, the key here's penetration, man. You've got all run gaps. What you don't want to do is give up the big one. You want to get him down, but you've got to push that offensive line back.
4th down and 1. Indian Hill to Shelby, 32, 9:18 to go, 3rd quarter. Devlin's going to have the run, and he's going to have the first down. Again, quarterback Devlin Daniel will run it. He'll get down to the 30-yard line off the left side. He got 2. They needed 1. And as a home and kitchen supply first down, remodeling windows, doors, floors, and more, they should always be your first call. North Diamond Street in downtown Mansfield and online at homeandkitchensupply.com. 9:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. Braves 1st and 10 at Shelby's 30-yard line.
Yeah, and here we go. And, clock under 9 minutes. This is a nice drive by Indian Hill, keeping the clock. And this has been the recipe. This is what they wanted to do all night, Aaron, was just slow, methodical, burn the clock, try to punch one in.
Erik, big drive here for Indian Hill. Down 3 scores. 1st and 10 at Shelby's 30-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Daniel back to pass. He's got one-on-one, throws it left side, throws it over the shoulder. Did he catch that ball? No. Out of bounds. Tell you what, Jake Freshwater made an incredible catch over the shoulder as Daniel dropped that thing. Cole Dorsey was in coverage and around the 3-yard line. I'll tell you what, he was close to being in bounds. What a catch, but it's out of bounds and incomplete.
Yeah, good throw, good catch. The only place that ball could be thrown where his receiver would have a chance at it, he was out of bounds by a good step or two there. Good call by the official, but and good job by Cole Dorsey out there, because listen, I mean, that had to have been a spectacular catch, right?
And it was, but you mentioned he was out of bounds. 2nd and 10 from Shelby's 30. Back to pass, right side, caught at the 19-yard line. And it's Landon Fultz on the stop. Pass that time went to Ben Sitchell, number 8, the wide receiver, 6'2" senior. He'll be tackled at around, he lunged forward. They'll give him forward progress down near the 17-yard line. That is a home and kitchen supply first down, 13-yard throw and catch. They're inside the Shakely Mechanical red zone. 1st and 10 at Shelby 17-yard line. 28-7 Shelby, 3rd quarter, state semifinal with 8:10 to play. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, man in motion. They'll fake the handoff. The quarterback's going to be grabbed and taken down. He struggled forward. And Kyler Williams, I think, was the guy that got him to the ground. Big Hunter Oney was there in the middle and pretty much right back to the line of scrimmage, and I think the quarterback might be injured.
Yeah, I think he might have got his leg kind of rolled up on there. That's a lot of meat falling on him, like you said, with big old Hunter Oney. And listen, you got to give Shelby's defense credit. Coach Amicone and that staff said, listen, we're not letting Daniel beat us with his feet. And so that's what you have there. So that's that zone read. So he fakes that little jet sweep and comes back, and you can see it right there. So you get Oney, you get a bunch of guys here, and he kind of gets rolled up on there. It looked like the right leg, and hopefully he's all right here. Kyler Williams finishing him off over the top.
We'll take a break and be back. 7:52 to go, 3rd quarter. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Back live here to Sidney Memorial Stadium, Division IV state semifinal, and Erik will, an injury to Devlin Daniel. He is out of the game, so they're going to have a new quarterback step in.
Yeah, right ankle got rolled up on there. Hopefully he'll be all right. Well, he did walk gingerly off the field.
Ben Sitchell is in now at quarterback, and they're going to run the football, and there is nowhere to go. Sam Gwirtz comes flying in. It'll be a loss of 3 yards back to the 20-yard line. It was Line of scrimmage was the 17, put him down at the 20 as Gwurts came flying through and takes Sitchell down. Forward progress will stop him at the 20-yard line. Loss of 3 or almost 40 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 13 for Indian Hill at the Shelby 20-yard line. Third quarter, 7:17 to go. Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. 4 wide receivers, Sitchell in the gun. He'll roll to the left, looking up the field, looking, nowhere to throw it. Pressure coming. He'll be grabbed and taken down. Oh, no, he won't. He slipped out of there. Hang on. Okay, the ball came loose.
Yeah, it was a fumble.
It's going to be grabbed and returned to around the 23-yard line. I'll tell you what, I thought he went down. The ball came out. I'm glad we got Adam Thompson in the 08
right there.
report.
See, it comes out right there.
Hunter Roney, I think, poked it out of there.
Yeah.
It was grabbed by one of the linemen at around the 24-yard line. He'll return it for about a yard. So it'll be 4th down and 13.
And this is what's tough when your backup quarterback goes in, which is a wide receiver. You know, this is emergency situation stuff here.
This is not what you want in a state semifinal.
This is not advantageous to success here, having your backup quarterback at a 4th and 16.
4th and 16, Indian Hill at the Shelby 23-yard line. 6:23 to go, third quarter. Back to pass, Sitchell. He'll throw it up the field, left corner of the end zone, out of bounds and incomplete. I'll tell you what, terrific coverage out there. That was Caden Paws in the left corner of the end zone with blanket coverage as he was targeting that time George Vollmer. And right there, Caden Paws with great coverage. Incomplete. Shelby takes over on downs.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, and you know, trying to hit the smash route there, and good coverage out there by the DB. Ball thrown really almost too far out of bounds. You'd like to see that stay in bounds, give your receiver a chance to catch it there, but Shelby kind of coming down here. I think they want to milk some of this clock, and I think they want to punch one in. They'd like to eventually get to that running clock, obviously, but take one step at a time.
Indian Hill used about half the quarter up, Erik, in that drive.
Yep.
6:16 to go. Shelby having multiple guys come off the field late.
13 dudes in the huddle.
Yeah, 6:16 to
now
play.
they're actually missing a guy. I think I have 10 on the
field
right
You're
now.
right. They just brought Gavin Miller back on, and I'll tell you what, they are all kind of right now not sure, and they're going to burn a timeout. We'll keep it right here. They were having 2 guys came off, 1 came back on, weren't sure what they were supposed to set up, and Rob Mahaney will burn a timeout. 6:16 to play, third quarter. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7, Division IV state semifinal. Whippets 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. I think for Mahaney, you know this being a coach, this is a huge drive for Shelby.
Yes.
You're up 3 scores. Can you put one more on here in the third?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to continue to put that distance on him, and you know, now starting QBs potentially out. You know, you gotta want to put more pressure on them. You want to get things right. I think if Coach Mahaney and his staff would have liked to have seen them come out with a little bit more understanding of personnel. You know, you don't want to have to burn a timeout coming after a change of downs. The clock's not running and you're burning a timeout. You know, these are little things that eat you up as a coach, I'm telling you. Having said that, you also take that timeout because you want to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Here we go. DeVito and company to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 6:16 to play, third quarter. Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 28, Indian Hill 7. 3 wide receivers. DeVito's going to pull it down and run. DeVito, 25, 30, breaks it right side, 35, 40, changing gears, up the field, 45, breaks it toward the outside, now back to the middle, into the Braves, 40, down the sideline, 30, and he'll be wrestled to the turf and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Mr. Football candidate Brayden DeVito just chugging down the field to the Braves' 23-yard line.
And I'll tell you what a job there, moving around, jump cutting, moving, just twisting, turning. Dude, that is an incredible run there by Brayden DeVito. We've run out of adjectives, you know what I mean? The dude's just incredible.
I'd like an English teacher
yes,
in the booth
I
with
know.
us.
I mean, is there like 26,000 words in the English language? And I think
your wife in the booth.
Yeah,
here,
we've used them all to describe Brayden DeVito.
He is a magician.
He's what they call special.
Yeah, 1st and 10 Whippets at the Brave 23-yard line. 5:37 to go, third quarter. Right side pass caught. Bowman inside the 20, breaks the tackle. 15, 10, 5, end zone. Brady Bowman breaks free. 23 yards. Brayden DeVito put it on him, and the Whippets Whippets with 34 points on the board with 5:30 to go here in the third quarter as Brady Bowman has found the end zone in the Whippets with a monster drive to start here their third quarter.
Well, you know, look at that play schematically. You got number 12 there, Jurgen. You know, he's in a he's caught in no man's territory. You're kind of that seventh guy in the box to help against the run, and then you're also trying to stop Brady Bowman out in the flat. The next closest defender's your safety sitting over top at 12 yards. Dude, you can't play defense like that. Brady Bowman is too good, too fast, too elusive. He's better than your defender in open space. That's just a reality. I just don't like the schematics of that play. You're putting your defense in an unfair situation where they have no ability to actually make the play there. That's where the X's and O's aren't matching up. And you got to give Shelby credit because they are putting their players in the position to be successful to move on a state Final Four.
Well, Shelby with a 23-yard touchdown throw and catch. DeVito to Bowman, 5:30 to go. Here third quarter. Now Shelby 34 and Indian Hill 7. One of the Braves players injured on the field. That was George Vollmer. Good news is he's able to get up and head off the field.
And he's a good ball player.
Very good
I've really
player,
enjoyed watching him play tonight.
Tell you what really hurts for Indian Hill, your quarterback, your starting quarterback, who's kind of your offense, just went out with an injury, and DeVito just takes him right down the field to put another score on the board.
Well, you listen, and this is an analogy, but I mean, you need all the bullets in the chamber if you're going to play against a Shelby Whippets. You know what I mean? You can't start having guys go down. You need everybody out there playing, and so when you start having guys fall down with that, with their ability to score from anywhere on the field and defensively as good as they are, it's tough.
Extra point on the way, presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts, and Everett Harris is up and good. We'll take a break. 5:30 to go, third quarter, state semifinal. Shelby 35, Indian Hill 7. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Back at Sidney High School, Memorial Stadium, Aaron Hines, Erik Will, WMAN, teaming up with our friends at the OH Report. Adam Thompson flying the plane. Nobody better you'd rather have in the booth than that guy. And Shelby with a 35-7 lead, under 5.5 to play here in the third quarter. Kickoff by the Whippets, and a good job on special teams. Had to field that low kick that was Freshwater, spun out of a tackle, and then got drilled. Dorsey and company took him down. Trent Rodman, I think, in there on special teams. Good job by the Whippets.
And Blevins always has a way of getting down there and disrupting things too. Number 18 there, the freshman. So here we go, Shelby's defense. Now this is the kind of field position I want my defense to start in. That's why I like that kick right there. And so here we go. They're going to be at the 23-yard line.
And Erik Will, Devlin Daniel is out at quarterback. You can kind of tell seeing him walk. He's not at 100%, but he knows it's a state semifinal.
Oh yeah, he wants to play.
He's back out there at quarterback. 5:25 to go, third quarter. Shelby up 35-7, handoff, big hole to run across the 30 out near the 34-yard line. It's enough for a Home and Kitchen Supply first down, but hang on, penalty marker back at around the 21-yard line. One would assume that is going to be a
shift.
Okay, I was going to say one would assume it's going to be on the Indian Hill Braves. Good job. I think it was Riggs, I believe, on that run.
Yeah,
yes?
it was
yeah,
Riggs.
It was Riggs.
Picked up 11. It's going to be coming back.
Cole Dorsey made the stop. Bowman was in the neighborhood as well, but it will not count. You mentioned illegal shift, 5 yards, back him up. It'll be 1st and 15, Braves football. He's at their own 18-yard line. 5:15 to go, third quarter. Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 35 and Indian Hill 7. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Devlin in the gun. Devlin Daniel laying the football off to the running back. Not a lot of room to sled up the middle. Big dudes on the line for the Whippets. Able to take him down as they unpile in the middle. Gavin Baker had his hand on him. I know there's another guy in there. I apologize. There's just a sea of bodies in the middle there. I know Baker was in there among others.
The red wave.
Yeah. Tell you what, Shelby's done a good job on that defensive line. Hunter-Roney, Kyler Williams, Carter Kessler's had a monster
Well,
night.
and then you get Samso in there and your backers, but that's what you want. You want 11 hats getting to the football, and they do a great job of that.
They got 3 yards on that run. 2nd down, 12, Braves football at their own 21-yard line. 3 wide receivers right, 1 wide to the left. Daniel back to pass. Pressure coming up the field. Going to be caught. No, and then knocked free. Landon Foltz closed on the football and knocked it away at the 29-yard line. Landon Foltz has had a great third quarter.
Yeah, great job by Landon Foltz there. And that almost looked like they were going to do some type of little hook and ladder. I think they were out of phase, I guess you would say. But Foltz did a good job there because it didn't look like he was trying to really secure that catch.
Come down with
rake
his
through
hand.
the ball.
Yep.
And you coach that, man. Rake through the hands. And here we go, 3rd and 12.
From their own 21-yard line, Braves, 4:24 to go, third quarter. 35-7 Shelby in the state semifinal. Daniel back to pass. Pressure coming. Got hit by Kessler. Fires it up the field. It'll be incomplete at the Whippet 45-yard line. The receiver was double covered on the far side. That was Freshwater. He had Caden Paws back there and Landon Foltz, and big Carter Kessler was bringing the heat.
That kid's been unblockable.
He just got it away, and Carter Kessler has had 3 sacks in this game. He's got a touchdown reception, and he's got a batted down ball. Him and Brayden DeVito both have been special here tonight. The Whippets across the board have had so many guys step up. It'll be 4th and 12 Indian Hill, and they'll punt it away from their own 21-yard line. 4:18 to go in the third. Shelby up 35-7, and they blocked it. Gavin Baker blocks it. He'll recover it in the end zone. No, he won't. Somebody else will. Big Hunter-Roney got it. Touchdown Whippets. As Gavin Baker blocked it, Hunter-Roney's got it in the end zone, and the Whippets have a running clock in the state semifinal of 41-7.
Dude, Baker literally had to wait on the kick. Watch it, because the snap was a lob. You got it. That's tough for your punt team to be able to keep them out, and that's the 2nd time in 3 weeks, Aaron, we've seen a blocked punt by the Whippets. And listen, just total domination, right? Coming into this game. Now you got yourself a running clock, which Adam likes. You generally don't see a lot of running clocks once you start getting into state Final Fours, but that just tells you how good that Whippet team is, buddy.
Man,
complete team.
Gavin Baker came bursting through. Big Hunter-Roney, the big dude, got rewarded with a touchdown in the end zone.
That's a helmet sticker. That's a helmet sticker.
3:19 to go in the state semifinal. Now a running clock in the third quarter. Extra point on the way, presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. Everett Harris is up, and just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, he's good. We'll take a break. 3:06 to go, state semifinal. Shelby, third quarter, leading Indian Hill. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Back to Sidney Memorial Stadium, third quarter, Division IV state semifinal. Shelby with 3:04 to go. Again, third quarter, leading Indian Hill 42-7. The Braves, the most points they've allowed all season, 19. The Whippets have more than doubled that.
Through 3, then we haven't finished 3 quarters yet.
Your brain thinking right where mine was going. They've more than doubled them in a running clock. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shelby trying to punch their ticket to Canton for the first time ever to play for a state championship on the first Friday in December. Everett Harris, boy, beautiful kick. It'll hit on the turf, squib up in the air, and the Braves return man will just go down and slide and grab it at around the 37-yard line.
And you know who we haven't seen, he must be dinged up a little bit, is Shepard, because he hasn't played much defense at all, and we really haven't seen him offensively since the first series. So, you know, he must be nicked up a little bit or something happened, because I've been trying to find number 3 out there, and I'm telling you, I haven't seen him on defense most of the game, and he hasn't played offense since the first series or two.
I'm trying to look for Michael Shepard on the sideline. Yeah, I'm not sure. You're right. Michael Shepard, a very key part of this Shelby team, and the Whippets right now leading 42-7, 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Handoff, and it'll be Sam Gorch will grab the running back Riggs. No gain at the line of scrimmage. It was 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line, and Sam Gorch able to ride him to the turf. That was Riggs on the carry right at the 37. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Indian Hill. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Third quarter running clock with 2:15 to play. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide to the left. Quarterback in the gun with the back to his right. Low snap. Here's Daniel, back to pass, looking, he'll throw it up the field. I thought it was going to be intercepted. It'll be caught by the receiver. That's Ben Sitchell across the 40, 45, and tackled by about 3 Whippets, Brady, Bowman, and company. They'll give him forward progress out near the 47-yard line. That's a 10-yard gain. That'll give him a home and kitchen supply first down. And was it Branson Reed, I thought, might be able to jump up and grab the interception, but good pass by Daniel, just got over that first level. Erik.
Well, yeah, it was Graham Yeager.
Is that who it was?
20,
okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
So he just missed it. And
Griffin Yeager, correct.
Yeah, Griffin Yeager. Sorry, his brother's Graham. So Griffin Yeager doing a good job getting out there. But you talk to your, your backers especially, because they have a tendency to kind of, like stay, flat-footed, and they focus on the quarterback so much. As long as the quarterback's got the ball, you got to keep getting depth. Does that make sense? And it's really difficult. That takes so many, repetitions and practice to get used to that.
Here we go. 1st and 10, 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass left side, going to be caught. The receiver into Shelby territory and down near the 47-yard line. That was Ben Sitchell on the catch, far side. Good job coming up to make that stop, going low and killing the legs. The engine, as you would say, was Landon Foltz again. That'll be a gain of about 6 yards for Ben Sitchell. 2nd down 4, Indian Hill at the Shelby 47-yard line. 1:03 to go, third quarter, state semifinal. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. 3 wide receivers, Daniel on the gun. Pass left side, caught. That's Fulmer. Tries to spin out of a tackle, and he'll be grabbed by Brady Bowman. He'll ride it with the turf, but it's a 7-yard throw and catch, and enough for a home and kitchen supply first down to the Whippet 42-yard line. 45 seconds remain, third quarter. High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. 35 seconds left, third quarter. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Braves 1st and 10 at the Whippet 42. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Pass slant off the hands of the receiver. That was Sam Metz. That fastball had some sauce on it.
Yeah, it did.
And off his hand, incomplete.
Yeah, and you're just running a quick skinny slant there, skinny post. And that one you almost want to put the ball on him because the coverage is off so much here. And here we hit 10 seconds here, getting ready to end this third quarter.
They're going to try to snap it again, down to 7 seconds. Will they? 2nd and 10, Indian Hill at the Shelby 42. They'll get it off with 4 seconds. Daniel back to pass, looking, pressure coming. He'll throw it up the field. That ball nearly intercepted, knocked down by Cole Dorsey.
No way.
And they're going to throw a penalty.
That's terrible.
Oh, wow. Cole Dorsey just jumped up and batted it down. They'll throw. The officials are going to talk about it. I hope they pick it up.
I
really hope they talk about this one, because
no
the contact,
way is that
they
pass
both were
interference.
jumping up for the ball and knocked it down. Boy, that did not look like pass interference.
No way
we will
pass
see. The officials are talking. The clock has expired, third quarter. Will we have a penalty, or are we going to wave it off?
Oh, man.
Oh, pass interference on Shelby, and the Whippet faithful are not happy, Erik. As you watch, we're going to have one untimed down. They threw that ball up in the air, and Cole Dorsey just jumped up, didn't even really make contact, and knocked it down, and the Braves benefit right there on that call. No time left in the third. We'll have one untimed down because of a defensive penalty.
Yeah, it's one untimed down. You can't end a quarter or a half or a game on a defensive penalty. I'll tell you what.
That's a tough one.
Listen, it's not going to be the difference in the game, but it's just like, they both were high pointing the ball. There's nothing about this play look at this, high pointed, boom. That he didn't go through the offensive player. The guy that really should have made the play was the back judge there.
It was the side official toward the Shelby sideline that
just
made
not
the
a good call. It happens.
1st and 10 at the Whippet, 27-yard line. They'll run the football while Indian Hill, they'll plow it ahead for a couple of yards down near the 25, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. After 3 in the Division IV state semifinal. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Back in a minute with the fourth quarter. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Welcome back to Sidney Memorial Stadium, Sidney High School. Aaron Hines, Erik Will, WMAN, OH Report, teaming up live high school playoff football, Division IV state semifinal, and after 3 quarters, the Shelby Whippets lead the Indian Hill Braves by a score of 42-7. The Whippets 1 quarter away from playing for their first ever state championship. 2nd down, 8, Indian Hill at the Whippet 25. Daniel back to pass, has some time. He's going to lob one, rainbow it up in the air. It's going to loft at about the 5-yard line. They'll throw a penalty marker. There was a little contact, but the ball was just hanging in the air forever. The receiver didn't even see the football. It'll be incomplete at the 5-yard line, but a penalty on Shelby.
Now that one's at least understandable because, listen, it didn't affect the play, but at least that one you have a linebacker running on a wide or on a running back.
There was contact.
There was contact, and he never turned around to make the play on the ball. The one on Cole Dorsey was not very good because they both were making a play at the ball. That was textbook defense. That one, I can at least stomach that one. That one doesn't offend me. The one before, which would have ended that series, that was the tough one.
All right, a running clock with 11:25 to go, fourth quarter. Shelby up 42-7, but Indian Hill 1st and 10 inside the Shake the Mechanical red zone at Shelby's 13-yard line. Handoff to Riggs. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Grabbed by Sam Gwirtz and taken down. Landon Foltz as well. Foltz has had a great third quarter. Gwirtz lost his helmet for a moment. They'll take him down back at around the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 3 yards. Terrific play, Erik, by Gwirtz and Foltz.
Yeah, great job. They're playing off the edge, and you can tell Indian Hill's not used to this type of defense. Like, Shelby's very aggressive. Shelby has won the trenches. There's no doubt about that. And, hey, you're just trying to get off the field here if you're Shelby's defense. Keep that clock running.
2nd and 13.
Carter Kessler.
Back to pass, and he will be sacked. Taken down. Carter Kessler with his 4th sack of the night. Kessler, like a missile, flew in and took him down at the 21-yard line. Carter Kessler, have yourself a state semifinal.
I'll tell you what, that's another 5-yarder, man. Hey, Daniel is minus 18 yardage.
It will be 3rd and 18 for Indian Hill. 10:31 to go in the football game. Shelby up 42-7. 3rd and 18 from the Shelby 21. Pass right side. Bowman goes up and knocks it down from the defender. Incomplete. George Fulmer on the right side at around the 17-yard line, and Brady Bowman flew in. Erik right hand and slaps that ball incomplete.
Yeah, great break on the ball there from your safety, Bowman, coming up to make that play. That's fantastic. Now, if you're Shelby, listen, I don't want to see complete, like, you're going to play a little bit of a shell defense. You're going to see two safeties high, corners are going to be off a little bit. But you got to get off the field here. You do not want to give them a first down.
9:55 to go, fourth quarter. 4th down, 18. Back to pass, pressure coming. Devlin got hit. He'll fire it away near the goal line. Knocked down, incomplete. Shelby knocks it down at about the 3-yard line, and the Whippet defense will take over with 9:45 to go in the football game. Up 42-7, and about 4 guys down there, and Mr. Football, Brayden DeVito, knocked that baby down at the 4-yard line. The Whippets will take over.
Dude, I'll tell you what, DeVito's like a yo-yo, man. The ball, when he's around it, it comes right to him. You know what I mean?
It's like a magnet.
Right. He's getting so good, he's going to be walking the dog here soon. You know what I mean? And, I mean, the kid is just unbelievable. But how about the pressure? That's a 3-man rush and making that quarterback with hot feet there. Shelby's defensive line is, I can tell you, Indy Hill was not expecting that type of defensive line.
Whippets take over. 9:30 to go in the football game. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. DeVito in the gun on 1st and 10 from their own 21. Handoff. Here we go. The freshman Luke Blevins will burst his way across the 25 and out near the 27. About a 6-yard run for the freshman Luke Blevins, who is going to be a good one. We've seen him early this season. He's in here in the 4th quarter. He had a run earlier in the game of the Whippets. 2nd down and 4 from their own 26-yard line. 9 to go, up by 35.
Coming into this game, he was your 2nd leading rusher, and most of his time is mop-up time, right? So I love him being in the game with DeVito. I want these two, just keep giving 18 the ball. 2nd
down, they'll call it 5 from their own 26-yard line. 8:44 to go in the state semifinals. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Blevins will get the handoff. He'll bounce it to the near side, to the outside, to the 30, through a tackle, and then drug to the turf at around the 33-yard line. That will be, Erik, a 7-yard run for the freshman Luke Blevins. Home and Kitchen Supply, 1st down, and the Whippets move the chains. Presented by Home and Kitchen Supply, North Diamond Street in downtown Mansfield. Remodeling windows, doors, and floors, and more. They should always be your first call. HomeandKitchenSupply.com.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give some flowers out right now. I'll tell you what, I've really liked what I've seen from Quentin Albert, Booker, Garrett, Sexton, that entire crew up front they've done such a nice job tonight. And last week they struggled. It's well documented. Tonight I feel like they've had a better week of practice, and it showed.
3rd down 5 Shelby football. 1st down and 10 Shelby. Scoreboard says 3rd down. 1st and 10 Shelby. Handoff Blevins, right side, 35, 40, and drug out of bounds it across the 40. Put him down all the way up near the 43-yard line.
Another first down.
Blevins got another 1st down, a 10-yard gain. Moving those chains. Presented by Home and Kitchen Supply. 7:30 to go in the state semifinal. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. After the game, we'll hand out that Spitzer Motors game changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team, courtesy of the great people at Spitzer Motors, West 4th Street in Ontario. Shop online anytime at drivespitzer.com. We'll also give out that free pizza from the Heck Law offices. Jeff Heck and Jeff Stifler coming up in the postgame show. DeVito with the line.
Quentin Albert's got to be careful. He's almost getting back in the backfield. You know what I mean? They'll call you for not having enough guys on the line.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers left. DeVito in the gun. Handoff Blevins up the middle. Midfield. Blevins breaks into Braves territory inside the 45 and wrestled to the turf at the 40-yard line. Luke Blevins, the freshman. Remember that name as he burst his way down to the Indian Hill 40-yard line. He picks up about, 13 or more yards on that carry, maybe a few 17. More than that. Yeah, give him 17. 6:37 to go here in the football game. Shelby 42 and Indian Hill 7.
And listen, yeah, Shelby trying to score here, but listen, they literally want to Coach Mahaney would love to finish with the ball in his hands here. Having said that, if Blevins keeps running like this, that dude's going to find himself some pay dirt.
1st and 10 at the Braves 40-yard line. 42-7 Shelby. 6:18 to go here in the football game. Whippets trying to get to the state championship game for the first time ever. Handoff Blevins, 40, 35, got drilled by linebacker Evan Riggs at the 35-yard line. He'll go down there, but another 5-yard gain for the freshman Luke Blevins. Clock will hit 6 minutes even to play in the football game halfway through the 4th quarter. Shelby 42 and Indian Hill 7. High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Stay with us in the postgame show. We will have our players of the game. It's plural tonight. We also expect to hear from Shelby head coach Rob Mahaney if they can finish this one off in the next 5.5 minutes. punching their ticket to Canton. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. DeVito on the gun, back to his left. 2nd and 5 from the Braves 35. Blevins makes the first guy miss on a move, then grabbed at the 35.
Look at the leg drive.
In the pile, inside the 35 for 4 yards, down to the 31. Luke Blevins just took 3 linemen for a ride for 4 yards, down to the Indian Hill 41.
I'll tell you what, I love that kid. You know that. He's a star in the making, man. They threw a flag on that. They called a face mask, so they're going to get the first down.
It's on Indian Hill.
But let's talk. Listen, storylines develop, man. I love this kid. I'd like to see him more even earlier in the game. I think he's that type of a ball player. Listen, I understand he's got to learn the offense. There's pass protections. There's so much more that goes into being a running back. But I just feel like he's a type of kid. Dude, he's different when the ball's in his hands. He's a home run threat. He can pick up the yards. That's a weight room. That kid's 14, 15 years old, carrying a 213, 215-pound guy on his back. 2 or 3 guys on his back. 1st and 10, Shelby after the penalty inside the Shake the Mechanical red zone at the Indian Hill 16-yard line. 4:23 to go in the football game. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7 in the state semifinal. Whippets, 3 wide receivers left. DeVito in the gun. He's got it back. It's Blevins doing his left. Play clock at 10. Shelby in no hurry, trying to run that clock down. Play clock at 5. DeVito claps the hands. He'll hand it off to Blevins. Blevins working his way through the middle. Breaks another tackle down near the 10. Give him 6 yards. Luke Blevins, the freshman, just using that clock and working that baby right down the field. 3:53 to go in the state semifinal. Another 6-yard run. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. He's got 55 yards on this drive.
They're at the Indian Hill 10-yard line. The Shelby faithful, as Brayden DeVito, by the way, just checks out of the game. You hear the roar. He's looking at Whippet Nation, and they are cheering.
He's getting them pumped up, isn't he?
Rodman in at quarterback. Blevins is to his left. 3 wide receivers left. 2nd down, 4 at the Indian Hill 10-yard line. Rodman will call for the football. He dropped it, get it to Blevins. Now the ball's loose. It's still on the ground.
Yeah, I think that's a fumble. They lost it. Isn't it amazing? You take 2 out of the game, and all of a sudden it turns into a fire drill.
Well, I'll tell you what, the ball got snapped to the quarterback. We got the replay. He was trying to grab it and hand it to Blevins. It was not a good exchange.
Yeah, Blevins never got the ball.
He never got the ball, and it will be Indian Hill grabbing the fumble and taking over. And Luke Blevins is like, man, I was going toward the end zone soon,
Luke Blevins is like, Coach, give him the curtain call after this drive, man. Come on, help me out. Help a brother out here.
Luke Blevins was hoping in the state semifinal to find the end zone, and the fumble will give it back to Indian Hill. 3:03 to go again, 4th quarter. Division 4 state semifinal. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Braves take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Shelby has been some kind of impressive tonight on one of the biggest stage in high school football. Back to pass. Daniel, 1st down, right side caught. This is Vollmer across the 20, 30, and that ball, Shelby's trying to say the ball came out.
It did come out.
The ball came out. The Whippets have it. Yep. Shelby has the football. Vollmer had it. It got knocked out. I thought was it Hartz that got a hand on it, or was it? Let's see here. It may have been Max Miller. One of those two got their hand on it on the far side of the field. I think Connor Hartz might have knocked that ball out, and it was recovered, I believe, by Kaysen Cook. And we have an injury on the far side of the field.
Is that an Indian Valley player that's injured over there?
Indian Hill on the far side.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got it. So 2:34 to go. Let's take our final break, and we'll come back and wrap this ball game up. 2:34 to go, state semifinal. Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. Back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Welcome back to Sidney Memorial Stadium, fourth quarter, as Shelby takes over after the fumble, and the Whippets are already heading into Erik Will's favorite formation. They will take a knee, the victory formation, with 1:50 to go here in the state semifinals. Shelby 42 and Indian Hill 7, and the Shelby Whippets just over a minute and a half away from Canton. 1:37 to play, 42-7 Shelby. Whippets and Erik Will. You know who's out there right now? I see Brock Fisher, number 8 for the Shelby Whippets.
Yeah, 14 weeks ago, man.
I know he got injured before the season ever started, and Brock Fisher is out there at quarterback. They're snapping him the football. He will grab it and take a knee back at around the 41-yard line. And that clock down now to 1:14 to play here in the state semifinals. Shelby 42 and Indian Hill 7. The Whippets, as we mentioned, Brayden DeVito out of the football game, and the Whippets have been some kind of impressive offensively and defensively.
Yes,
Special teams has been good. They blocked the punt. Baker, big Hunteroni, pounced on it in the end zone. We're down to 51 seconds remaining in the game. 3rd and 23 Shelby after a couple of knees in the victory formation. 3rd and 23 from their own 41-yard line. Excuse me, from the Indian Hill 41-yard line. Whippet Nation, they came to Sidney. They traveled 2 hours. They are on their feet. Trent Rodman will take the snap. Actually, it's Brock Fisher. They'll take a knee, and the Shelby Whippets, for the first time in school history, will play for a state championship. The Whippets are heading to Canton. They defeat Indian Hill by a final score of 42-7. Shelby, the journey started in August. It'll finish in Canton in the Hall of Fame Stadium. They will play for the Division IV state championship. How does that sound?
That's unbelievable, right? I mean, and they did a big team bonding thing. They go over there and they work and they do a little charity and a little Big Brother stuff there. They did that clear back at the beginning of August, maybe even late July. And for them to get back to that stadium, right, where this whole thing started. And listen, you knew with Brayden DeVito coming back, and Kessler and Fultz and Bowman and all, you know, Albert and all the guys that they have, Gwurts, you know, you knew that they could get back there. You know, I mean, or you knew they could get to this place. But listen, first time, 137 years of Shelby football. Are you kidding me? And this is the first group that punches a ticket to go to a state championship. You know, it's unbelievable. You're going to enjoy this one like crazy. And you know what you realize is next week at 10:30 in the morning, you tap into those old JV days, baby. That 10:30 a.m. start. The whole school's going to have a calamity day most likely because, you know, nobody's going to be in Shelby. So you're going to be sending everybody, you know, east to Canton at 10:30 in the morning on next Friday. So, man, how cool is that? Getting an opportunity to do this for the first time in school history. And we don't have a definitive score yet, but most likely it's going to be the Tar Blooders. It's going to be Glenville.
All right, well, it was 12-0 Glenville at halftime. We'll take a break and be back. We'll hear from our players of the game. That is plural. They'll be in the booth. Head coach Rob Mahaney will join us. Full post-game show straight ahead. The Shelby Whippets, for the first time in school history, are going to play for the state championship. They win tonight's Division IV state semifinal by a final score as they celebrate in front of us. And Whippet Nation made the 2-hour drive to Sidney, 39 miles north of Dayton. Guess what? They're all headed to Canton next Friday, and we'll have it live on WMAN. Final score tonight, Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. The Whippets are going to play for a state title. We'll hear from the players of the game and the coach coming up next. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
.29 to go in the game, so that one is not over. We do not know who the opponent is yet. We're going to recap this game as we await our players of the game, and we'll get to that here in just a moment. Let's recap the game. The Shelby Whippets winning tonight by a final score of 42-7. We are if you hear some talking in the background, we're just coordinating everything for our players of the game and head coach Rob Mahaney. Shelby 4 touchdowns tonight from Brayden DeVito, as Brayden DeVito ran for a touchdown to start the game at the 6:20 mark, a 2-yard touchdown run. Everett Harris point after made it 7-0 Shelby. At the 150 mark of quarter number 1, it was a 9-yard touchdown run by Travis Sloan, made it 14-0 Shelby. That wrapped up the first quarter. We started the second quarter. Shelby fumbled, and Indian Hill got a short field. They returned it to the 2-yard line at the 7:36 mark. A 2-yard touchdown run by Evan Riggs. Point after was good by Drew Sinem. That made it 14-7. Shelby on top, and the Whippets able to put 2 touchdowns on the board just seconds apart, which blew this game open. With 42 seconds remaining till halftime, a 7-yard 23-yard touchdown throw and catch. DeVito to Carter Kessler, who had a monster state semifinal touchdown. Was good, but they threw a penalty. He just spun the football after the touchdown. They threw a penalty marker. It was like a 35-yard extra point. It was no good by Everett Harris. That made it 20-7. But then Brayden DeVito jumped around with 29 seconds to go until halftime. It was a 44-yard pick six. DeVito returns it for a touchdown. Everett Harris booted the point after through. It was good. That made it 28-7 Shelby, and that was our score at halftime. Shelby 28 and Indian Hill 7. Third quarter, Shelby got on the board at the 5:30 mark with a 23-yard touchdown throw and catch. It was Brady Bowman getting the football on a 23-yard throw and catch from Brayden DeVito. That made it 35-7 after the point after was good by Everett Harris. And then with 3:45 to go in the football game, it was a blocked punt by Gavin Baker. Big Hunter Oney fell on the football in the end zone. And the point after was good by Everett Harris. That made it 42-7. Our final score, Shelby defeats Indian Hill to move their way to the state championship game. Carter Kessler is on his way in to join us here.
Put those on, big boy.
Live on the radio and the OH report, as we're going to have a couple players of the game. And I believe, are we queued up with the OH report? We got to wait a minute here.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. But anyways, until we get there, man, congratulations, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
What's it feel like being a state final? Getting to that state Final Four, having an opportunity to get yourself into a state championship, brother.
I mean, we've been saying this since a year ago, man. The brotherhood, everything. We've been grinding ever since January, man. We just knew that we were gonna come here. We were gonna work our butts off, and that's how we're here.
Coming into this game, they really weren't much of a passing team. Were you surprised even early on how much they came out and threw the ball? Because you had yourself a night, man.
I mean, man, we got one of the best defenses in Ohio, man. And we stopped the run. You got to do something else. You can't just keep getting stopped back there. I mean, I was saying, man, it was a great game for sure.
So talk to me about the touchdown catch, man. That's always nice to get yourself in the end zone, right? I know you like to get a little bit of that love, too. So talk to us about that. So you come out of the timeout, right? Actually, it was right before the timeout. So talk to us about what was going on in that play. You probably knew you were the primary target on that.
So my guy, Braden, man, he always gives me props on the go ball. So he said, let's get to our big guy and get him up there in the corner. He threw me an amazing ball. Caught the ball. It was a touchdown, man.
Well, and again, Carter Kessler, our player of the game. Before we talk about your defense, he threw that football to you, but you had a defender right in front of you. You had some great concentration, man. That was a big catch in a state semifinal, man.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, we practice every day catching the ball, looking it in, two hands every time through the fingertips, man. It's perfect.
Carter, share with us real quick. I got you bat down a ball early in this game. You have 4 sacks in a state semifinal. I mean, man, engine-wise, you were all over this field. Walk us through, as we got the replay up here at the OH report, you were all over the field. Walk us through chasing that quarterback all night.
I mean, man, just the matchups, using your hands, man, it's money. My coach is down there. We practice every single week. Same moves, same everything, and it's just perfect. It always comes into play. You can use them same moves on the field against the defender, and it works every single time, man. It's just grind, my brotherhood. The backside in, Kyle Williams, Michael Shepard, them putting in pressure brings me coming off the outside and makes me able to make a play, man. So it's all with my brothers.
Carter Kessler, our player of the game.
Yeah, and Carter, we've covered you through 9 games thus far, and we've seen you at your best. And tonight, I felt like we saw you go to another gear, another level. So when you came out here today, a lot of people, it's cold. You don't have the sleeves on, man. You're feeling good. So what was that like coming out here, cold night? Could you feel the momentum of the game? Just you guys were playing at another level.
I mean, man, it was 0-0. We still have momentum. It's crazy that I grew up here and transferred back for my senior year, and I used to watch them guys, Brennan, Carter Brooks, Shorty, all them guys. We used to watch them ball, and it was just sad seeing them not go all the way through to win state championship. So we got to make history here, man. We're here to do them right, for sure.
Carter, what's the first thing that goes through your mind when you hear the Shelby Whippets, for the first time in school history, are going to Canton to play for a state championship? I mean, what is that like right now, that just emotion coming through your brain right now?
I mean, man, my heart's going 1,000 miles per hour, man. But, yeah, State championships when I'm here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you got to love the crowd that came from Shelby. You knew they were bringing thousands of people from Shelby. You know the support you guys get is really incredible.
Yes, sir, man. I love it here. The community is great. It's like a family all around. Like, you could just be walking, and they know who you are. They'll greet you, everything. Everybody's nice in Shelby. I just love it, man.
Yeah, it's good to. Now, we're gonna close out here. We're gonna let you do a shout out, but what's it like? Think about next week, right? So we're gonna get back at it because tomorrow you're gonna watch film, right?
Yes,
See,
sir.
everybody else gonna be celebrating. You guys got to go to work.
Yes, sir.
So what's that level of focus gonna start? Because the enemy of progress is distraction, right? And you realize the mission's not complete, right? So what's that look like coming for you? Because you're a leader of this team. People look up to you. So what's that look like going into next week? You guys being dialed in for one last game. You guys only get one last game together.
I mean, man, it's just another week. It's a state championship, but it's just another week. We're gonna get there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way up to Friday, man. We're gonna grind, and then the social media, man. It's like you can sniff the poison, don't drink it.
Yep.
Don't drink it, it's bad for you, but man, we're gonna be grinding for sure.
Braden said the same thing after our last game. My last thing, we'll give you shout-outs. But think about this. You started this season. You guys as a team went to Canton, to the Hall of Fame Stadium. How about you get to finish this thing playing for the title?
Man, it's exciting, man. And our coaches preach that, man, that poison thing. They preach it there in and out. Like, it could be January last year. They're preaching that, man, saying how we're going to go win state. And we haven't played one football game. We're preaching it over and over. And it feels great, man, to play at the Hall of Fame. It's massive. I know Shelby's going to bring it for us no matter how far it is. It's a great feeling, man. We earned it.
There will be nobody left in town next Friday in Shelby. They will all be in Canton. Carter, look in that camera. As many shout-outs as you want. You're going to play for a state title.
I just like to thank the man above me, the Lord, man. I like to thank my family. That's it. I like to thank my brothers, my coaches, everyone that's around me and supporting me, Lord. I mean, gosh, that's it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Carter,
Feels great.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
We will see you in Canton next week, man. Thank you so much. Carter Kessler, our player of the game for the Shelby Whippets, 4 sacks in a state semifinal. Our player of the game. We appreciate him coming up and talking with us tonight here at the OH Report. Aaron Hines, Erik Will, glad to have you. Adam Thompson is with us. Are we going to take one more break and come back?
Yeah, I would say it's a good idea.
I don't believe we have anybody else yet, right?
Yeah, we're going to get a few more people.
Okay.
Hopefully Coach Mahaney will pop up here with us. Maybe even we get a Brayden DeVito side. Brayden DeVito right now, listen, man, when you're Mr. Football, it's hard to get off that.
It's kind of a popular dude.
You know what?
Huh?
Here's the thing, man. I'm serious. I couldn't be more proud of Carter Kessler. Listen, he's a Shelby guy, right? It ends up moving over to Mansfield there when he was in 7th grade. Had an opportunity to come back and play with a lot of the guys he grew up with right in elementary school. He's in those elementary pictures when you do the yearbooks, and for him to be able to come out here and put on a performance like that, guys like him tonight, he was a difference maker in the game.
I'll tell you what, Carter Kessler was some kind of impressive. We'll come back, run down some final numbers. We're going to break away for the OH Report, but we'll come back on the radio side. We hope to hear from Coach Mahaney, possibly Brayden DeVito as well, so stay with us. One more break. The Shelby Whippets are headed to play for a state championship next week in Canton. Final score tonight in the Division IV state semifinal, Shelby 42, Indian Hill 7. That'll do it for the OH Report. Thanks for joining us. WMAN, one more break to hear from Coach Mahaney when we come back. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.